Welcome to Subgenre Sickos, the podcast where we analyze movies from specific small genres that pop up for a few years and then fade away for the most part. We look at the signifying tropes, notable figures, what works, what doesn't work, and their enduring legacies. So join us, won't you, while we discuss the movies. Creeps, ghouls, sickos, welcome to Subgenre Sickos, the only movie podcast that exists on the entire planet. If you think you've heard of another one, you definitely haven't. I am one of your hosts, Greg Orm, and with me, as always, is...
your other host, Steve Skinner, and we are in our penultimate episode of our Mumblecore series. We're saying goodbye to Mumblecore next week, but we're revisiting some old friends to kind of help everything come full circle. And how could we end the series without covering another movie by the most prolific Mumblecore director, Joe Swanberg? And he has been one of our enemies on this podcast, but in a joking way. Like, not like our real enemies, like Mark Zuckerberg or Russell Brand or Elon. Those are actual real enemies. Joe Swanberg, we play it up a little bit for the... But, we're talking his 2015 film, Digging for Fire, which has a cast of everyone in Hollywood, it seems. It's one of probably the craziest cast we've covered in the series, and I think we're feeling a little, at least from the little we've talked about this, Greg, I think we're a little more positive on Digging for Fire than some of the other earlier stuff, and we'll, I think, get into why that makes sense. But we have a guest who...
We absolutely do.
Yeah.
Yes, one of my friends from when I was in New York doing stand-up and a filmmaker in his own right. Please welcome Patrick Hastie.
Hey, hi everybody. What's up? What the fuckers? What the fuck things? Can I ask now? Maybe I'm stupid and I should have done this. But what other Swanberg movies have you done full episodes about on here?
We've done Hannah Takes the Stairs.
Okay. I have not seen that.
And Nights and Weekends, which we were, I think, a little bit more positive on Hannah Takes the Stairs.
Yeah.
And then Nights and Weekends, we both had a hard time with.
Yeah. I've never seen, that's funny, I've never seen either of those. I really like Last Christmas, or whatever that one's called. The Christmas one. And then I like the Drunk Buddies or Drinking Buddies or whatever, but I don't love Olivia, whatever in that movie. What's her name? Olivia Wilde. I don't like her character in that movie. It doesn't work for me, and so like that movie feels like nails on a chalkboard.
I haven't seen that one since theaters, and I was having a rough day, so I didn't love it.
Yeah, I really like this whole Mumblecore thing. I mean, like the worst Swanberg movie, I still think is fun because I love when you can watch people be creative and improv that way, and I love the game of finding the story and stuff like that. And I just think it's fun. I also like watching his fat little son grow through movies.
Yeah.
That little shit walking around looks exactly like him.
Greg and I were saying his son may be a better actor than he is. So.
Fantastic actor. Oh yeah. Oh definitely. Yeah. Hello boy at the beginning of this when he walks in, puts his suitcase down, and then just walks away, and you're like, "That's perfect. That's all you need."
That is exactly like the 3-year-olds I know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That kid's got something. But yeah, I think we've talked. Yeah, that approach, like the very DIY, just like, I'm bringing together my creative friends. We're just gonna, do something and find it. And again, kind of in the early days, maybe various levels of success. But it seems like he started like hooking up or working with like more trained and professional actors, and like as he's done that, I feel like his movies have improved because he has like his whole kind of stint where he's doing a lot of stuff with Jane Addams, and then a lot of the people he's worked with, and she's in this movie, and a lot of the other people like Jake
Yeah,
Johnson and
Jake
Anna
Johnson.
Kendrick and
he also
Ron
like
Livingston. So yeah,
I think a lot of that too, like why his earlier like I feel the exact same way about the Duplass brothers, and honestly, you could probably make the case for everybody, for the the Coen brothers stuff too. But these people literally were coming from no real knowledge of what they're doing and
yeah,
making things that people were like, "This is great." And so, like, eventually, they learned how to make movies, but at first, they are just fucking around, and so that's why those movies
yeah.
don't make as much sense. Whereas you watch like if you watch like that I don't know if you guys saw Baltimoreans. Is that what it's called? The
Oh
newer.
no.
It's done by one of the Duplasses. They're both part of it, but it's not a Duplass brothers movie. But it's great, and it's like, oh, you could be tricked into thinking this was done by just some idiot that went to film school. Like, like
Yeah.
you don't need to know the lineage of the whole thing, but it does definitely have that feel, that era, that essence of the Mumblecore era. So, it just comes, I think, with them making so many things.
Yeah, I thought this was like way better shot than the other stuff
Yeah.
we'd seen. It's like, oh, he knows where to put the camera, and it's and again, you
Yeah,
have
for
like
sure.
actors with real chops who are able to improvise, and I think just capture
Yeah,
what he's looking
and
for in an interesting way. So it's yeah,
I
like
also
it's like
think
okay,
that.
yeah, it's doing
Sorry,
good.
I don't know when I'm supposed to talk, but
No,
Oh, you,
whenever.
whenever you
when it
want.
comes to the
Sorry.
shot, when it comes to the cinematography, I also think the fact that a lot of it is outside helps a lot because like when you're like the Christmas one, Drunk Christmas, Last Christmas, whatever that one's called, where Anna Kendrick's the alcoholic is great, but the whole fucking thing takes place in that house and it's just
Yeah.
it's drab. Whereas
Yeah.
they're by the pool and you can see the outside, or when she's walking down the beach with Orlando Bloom and stuff.
Mhm.
Like there's a lot there that any asshole with a camera could make that look kind of cinematic, you know, because it's such
Yeah.
an interesting view. I love that.
And
Yeah.
yeah, the house itself is like this amazingly designed house that they're like house sitting in. And I think that adds a lot to it too. Cause like from some angles you're like, oh man, like the just even like the kind of like stonework outside, like this,
Yeah,
the paths and the patio is like, oh, this is like amazing. And it's like, oh yeah, this is just a really sick
Yeah.
house that
This
yeah,
is already production value, and it's
yeah.
just already here. Yeah.
The
It's
first
great.
time I watched it, I was a little. I think I was high, maybe, but like I was a little confused on where did these people live. I didn't realize right away it was L.A. or whatever. But like
Mhm.
because they're renting this house, but they're dumping their taxes out on the table, and Mike Birbiglia can just walk up and knows exactly where it is and feels comfortable just walking up whenever. Like all that stuff, it felt there was certain parts of this which maybe I'm just putting this on it because I know they improv, but there are times where you kind of feel like, did one person just say something? And then they were like, fuck, now that's canon in the story because we have to have it. Like I was just because
Maybe.
them staying at somebody else's house, other than it's a fun away and that whatever, but it like doesn't add that story could have been told if this was their rich house. But I guess I like the idea that they're not rich idiots. They live in a small house in Silver Lake or whatever.
Yeah. They have to do the taxes here because the receipts take up like half the house
Yeah,
because they can only afford.
yeah,
I guess this is before the housing market being what it is now, but still, LA is expensive.
I was just the
Oh,
housing
yeah.
market in LA housing market in LA is always bad. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
so even in
I
2015, pretty
yeah.
rough.
What do you guys think of Rosemary DeWitt? Are you got a big history with her or no?
We've
Pretty sure.
covered this
Yeah.
our third with her, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
her sister, and then she's in that terrible one we did that I can't remember the name of right now with
Nobody walks.
Nobody Walks.
Nobody
Yeah, with
walked.
Jim Office.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll look that up.
It's
Yeah. You don't
I
have
love
to.
I love her. I think Rosemary DeWitt's awesome.
Yeah.
I to me she was never really she didn't really pop up in too much stuff. I don't think of her as like a big actress, even though she's a name I've always known. But I love that because she's married to Ron Livingston, and Ron Livingston is
Yeah.
from Iowa. I'm from Iowa, so I feel like we
oh
know each
cool.
other. I've never met him. He's like 40 years older than I am. Still, like, I've
Yeah.
always loved him, and so I've always loved her as well, and she just fucking cooks in this. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and, like, comes off as, like, not to be, like, a hornball, but she's super hot in it too, in this role, and that's one of those things where I feel like I think it's hard to I wonder if it's hard to create a character with these people, so they're kind of portraying themselves. Like, I'm guessing that, like, most of the characters in this, I mean, not like Sam Rockwell or whatever, but like I'm guessing a lot of these characters aren't too far off from what they if they were just hanging out at home on a weekend. Like I'm guessing she is a similar vibe of that, thinking like that and stuff. Because if it's not written all the way, it's like you're doing all your own choices. Like fucking what Jake Johnson. No, wait, what's Jake?
Yeah,
What's his
Jake
name?
Johnson.
Yeah.
I always want
Yeah.
to say other names, but anyway, I love him. I think he's great. Everything.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a big fan of him. And
Mhm.
there are times in this where you're like, it's like he knows this character so well. I see what's happening. And then there's other times where it's like, what the fuck is like you're saying take anything you want from the celebrity's closet to breathe. Like you're like, no, take
Yeah.
anything you want. And she's like, really? And he's like, yeah, who cares? Wear whatever you want. Like you wouldn't, why would you do that? You're jeopardizing your wife's job.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's some shockingly cavalier behavior for
Yeah.
people who are if I could speak, for people who are ostensibly like house sitting for, I guess,
Yeah.
Rosemary DeWitt's like a yoga teacher. It's one of her yoga clients. Kind of strange, but it's like, okay, cool. Like that's why they're here. That's enough
Yeah.
justification, I
Yeah.
guess. But yeah, I mean, I was like, I guess, yeah, stressing out the whole time. Like when he starts digging, just like anything he was like doing in the house to change it. I'm like, what are you doing? Like this is.
And also like I didn't go in knowing I didn't even know the plot, I don't think. So I watched it naked the first time and I'm like, I kept waiting for something horrible. Somebody's gonna die. I thought Anna Kendrick was gonna drown. I thought someone was gonna get eaten to death or something. Sam, I don't know. I got a lot of thoughts on Sam Rockwell in this. I love Sam Rockwell so much.
Oh yeah.
But he is in a different movie than everyone else in this. And I think that's part of it. But also it is weird. If it feels like have you ever done improv with someone and then it's like Michael Scott on The Office when he does improv. And it's just he's always like changing it and being too big and too crazy.
Yeah.
I think that I feel like that's how Sam Rockwell was. Like okay, so you're doing cocaine again. Okay, cool. Okay, you're gonna break some glasses. Great. Okay, fun. And everybody else is just kind of being like, all right, sure.
Yeah, we're just digging, and here's this criminal cokehead guy that is dressed like a sexy burglar.
Yeah. There is a really funny line right there. And the first time they go digging with all the boys, and Birbiglia is being a real wimp, and so Sam Rockwell stops and he's like, all right, well, you don't want to dig. What do you want to do? You want to call up some hookers? And Birbiglia is like, that is such a jump. You made such a leap there.
Yeah, I think I related the most to Burbigs in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what I would be. I'd be just like stressed, like, why are you digging in this yard that's not yours? Like, I'm gonna hang out and kind of monitor the situation, but I'm not like gonna get as sucked in. And I'm just like that would be me.
When we were watching with my wife, he was saying this too. Like the vibe, other than the cocaine, the vibe is very much what me and my friends are like. My high school friends who I've been friends with since like kindergarten, and we still to this day get along and stuff like that. Like when one of my friends, we were all back in Glenwood. My friends, their parents sold their house. And he had a bunch of action figures left up in the attic that they just said fuck it and never even got out. And so we spent the entire night trying to conceive a heist to break into this house. And his dad literally turned the keys in the morning of. So if we would have just hung out the night before, we could have just gone up there and grabbed him. But like we spent the whole night coming up with this heist, and this happened in 2025. This was last year. So like I totally get the idea of we're at a party and somebody finds some stuff and then we're digging trenches or something. Like I related to that. I related to that way more than any of the parenting stuff. I don't have kids. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't. If I found a bone and a gun in the ground, yeah, I would absolutely be digging more. Yeah. I related to Jake Johnson and the shovel most of all.
And that's where
Probably, yeah.
the
Probably
shovel,
mostly, but
especially.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Apparently, like this, because Jake came up with the story that this
hmm
was a real thing. Like him and his wife found
Yeah.
shit in their backyard and kept
Yeah.
digging for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember growing up, like there was a park behind my house, and we had like big sand pits with like a swing set, and I know like me and my dumb buddies would like go down there and like sometimes dig and like find weird clay things or like
Yeah.
whatever, and it's just like we gotta dig more, we gotta dig more. And then obviously the adults would see that it's like, can you not dig
Yeah,
this?
not gonna-
This is like it. This is like our HOA park, and you're just
Yeah.
like really messing it up. It's like, but we must keep digging. So because once you, I guess, get committed to the mystery, and that's like kind of like he's just
Yeah.
so just like something happened here. Like I need to figure it out. Like
Yeah. And
everything else doesn't matter.
the thing of when you have no control, and so you are
Uh,
controlling your task, your journey on this.
Yeah.
I've never had it with that. I have that constantly, where I'm like, fucking, I have a guitar in here that it was an old acoustic guitar I got for Christmas years ago. The bridge broke at one point, and I just got sucked into, I gotta fix this bridge. Instead of taking it to a guitar shop or using one of my other guitars, I watched all these YouTube videos. I went online, I read things, I bought
Mhm.
clamps and heat rocks and stuff so that I could get the glue off. And in the end, I did fix it, but it looks like shit. Like I scratched the shit out of it. I had no idea what I was doing. I tried to spray paint to make it look a little better, and and spray paint never works.
No.
But for like a month, that was me. I was Jake digging, you know.
Yeah.
You got to see it through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess
I
I
like-
like. Oh, go ahead, Greg.
I like that Mike Birbiglia's character, the only one that doesn't want to dig, is named Phil,
Oh, that's
Yes.
fun.
which is yeah.
That's good. Did you guys have you
Yeah.
ever seen the new Jake Johnson with the Dink?
Yes, I watched it Thursday.
The Fortune
Yeah.
Feimsters and
Ye-
the guy. That guy is
Yeah.
the redhead from this. The
Oh, I
dude
did
who's
not
digging with them.
recognize him.
Oh,
I
cool.
didn't recognize him either. I saw it. I found it on IMDb, but I thought that was so funny because I had never seen this guy in it much, even though he's in a lot of this stuff. But yeah, he's the like. Are they a couple? Are they married? Are they brother and sister? He's that.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
partners.
Yeah, they're partners.
It's been nice.
Yeah.
Jake Johnson's been going like on the podcast circuit to promote the
Yeah.
Dink. So yeah, he was on a last week's episode of Stavi's World. That was very fun.
Oh,
and
cool.
He's just,
I
just so great.
literally I really love that dude, man. Like
Yeah,
we didn't watch The New Girl until like 2 years ago, maybe even a year ago. To me,
that's when I watched it.
see, I feel I think we're around the same age. I feel very old.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff that happened after I stopped giving a shit about like modern pop culture stuff that is now looked at as really respected by a lot of people. And so like for instance, Paramore and The New Girl, like both two things I never fucked with because I didn't give a shit. And now I love them and I think they're great.
Mhm.
And so I got through that, and then I love his him and that one guy that has a podcast with Dave Anthony. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gareth.
Yes, they have
Yeah,
a
With
show,
help.
which
with
is fun
Chef
because
Kevin.
that they were friends back in the day and stuff. Like they came up together in LA and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I love that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's really good and maybe like underrated in Into the Spider-Verse as Peter B.
Oh,
Parker.
oh yeah,
Like,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
just so good as the kind of as the sad sack Peter B.
Yeah.
Parker who's given up on life.
I
But
think
yeah,
it'd
he
be fun.
just plays relatable schlub just so
Mhm.
well. I
Oh,
think.
He
yeah.
plays he really plays everything like a real guy. Like it seems
Oh,
like
yeah.
he's playing a real character, a real person. Which I think a lot of actors cannot really do that well, or they're better at playing an insane or like a character, a person, an insane person. Like
Mhm.
I would wonder, I don't think I've ever seen him play like really deep into a character though, or something. Like having to see him in a drama or something, see what that would be like might be interesting, but yeah, he's great.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
check out his IMDb to see if there's maybe like a random dramatic role that I've
Yeah.
just like
He directed a
totally
movie
forgot
that
about.
came out a couple years ago that's really good on Hulu. It's on Hulu. I cannot think
Oh,
of the
that's
name of it,
right.
but it's got
Self-Reliance.
Self-Reliance.
yes,
Yeah, that was all right.
and it's got
Yeah, that
one
was
of
kind
the
of fun.
main guys, not main guys, but one of the ensemble is Bert or Biff Whiff. Like I think you
Oh
should
yeah.
leave.
Oh
He's like
yeah.
a main guy in that movie, and it's awesome. It's that that movie. It's got some issues and stuff. Like it's not like a perfect movie, but it's a really fun. I really loved it.
Yeah, Anna Kendrick is in that as
Yep,
well. It
Anna
seems like
Kendrick.
they just end up in a bunch of stuff together. I
They
mean,
do,
mostly
yeah,
Joe Swanberg stuff, but
yeah.
that's no. I
Uh,
totally forgot he was in Safety Not Guaranteed. Might be kind of
yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
That is weird because like
part of that.
the second or third word he says in that movie is the R word, and
Oh
it's like
gosh.
that thing where I'm just like,
Jesus.
"Ay!" Like I understand it was a while ago, but "Hey, ay, ay,
Yeah.
hachi machi." I like that movie a lot too, though. I think that movie was. It wasn't my favorite, but I just liked those characters so much. I liked the characters. I didn't love the story they were all on in that, but yeah,
Hmm.
I,
I mean, because
I
you
saw it in
got
the theater.
Mumblecore people, so yeah,
yeah.
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 And
Well, in
the
this,
Book of
it's
Henry guy.
book. Oh yeah, what's that?
Yeah.
Gareth.
Oh no,
Another
Colin
Gareth.
Trevorrow.
Yes, Colin
Trevor,
Trevorrow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He either did a Star Wars or he was gonna do a Star Wars or whatever.
He was
Right?
He was
gonna
gonna
do
do
Uh-huh.
Rise of
Rise of
Skywalker,
Skywalker. That's right.
the one that ruined Star Wars for me forever.
Oh boy, he
his
really.
version might have been better than whatever happened with
They
JJ, even though
really.
he's kind of a hack.
They
It's at
really
Yeah.
least
fucked it
like a
all up,
take.
didn't they?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Did you? So in the beginning of this, I'm sure he's. I don't know if you know, but there's one quick scene where they're what are they doing? They're throwing darts? No. The scene on the tennis court with Jeff Benet. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, yeah.
What are they doing?
Yeah.
I'm blinking. They're not playing tennis or shooting arrows. They're doing something like that. They're doing some game, and Jeff Benet's in it for like one shot or one like quick
Yeah.
Yeah.
scene. And that's the guy that was he directed like Beth Till You Part or whatever that's called,
Or
or
Life After
Life After
Beth,
Death. Yes,
the Little
and
Hours. Yeah.
Spin Me Around. And
Oh yeah.
he was married to what's her name, and took his life a couple years ago. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Aubrey
it's weird that
Plaza.
he's in it for just like a second. They don't even like talk about him. It's like almost as if like he was only
Yeah.
there for a minute. They're like, "Yeah, we'll put you in the movie," and then they didn't remember to give him any reasoning.
It's kind of in that
he's-
montage after the wife and kid like
Mhm.
leave to go stay with their folks, and he's all there
Yeah.
alone, supposed to be doing taxes, and he's like, "Well, I'll just get high and like hang
Yeah.
out with my friends and do a
And
bunch of
dig a
bullshit
holes.
Yeah.
and dig a
Yeah.
hole." But I don't know if he's serious in this movie, but this is like a serious movie, and I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't have known he was in it. But he is in the 2017 The Mummy with Tom Cruise
Oh.
no.
as a
I don't-
sergeant. Sergeant Vale is
He's-
his character name.
I've seen that movie. I don't remember anything from it. I don't remember him being in it. I assume he's got a couple comedy lines, like in the Jurassic Park. He's in one of the Jurassic
Yeah.
World movies, and it's just like comedy.
Yeah, they gotta have him and Lauren Lapkus in there to throw little zingers in there while people are
Yeah.
getting eaten.
The worst.
Yeah.
I fucking hate those goddamn movies so much.
Well,
I
at least
like
the
the
newest
first
It's
one.
fun because it's so dumb, and it's like,
Yeah.
here's a haunted house. We're selling dinosaurs. I'm like, this is very stupid.
Oh wait,
and
no, that
fun,
was
but yeah,
kind of crazy. Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Yeah, that one is at least like it is so dumb that it becomes enjoyable, but the rest are just dumb in
But it's not
annoying
good
ways.
though. Like none of them. Like other
No.
than the first one,
No,
the very first
Pretty
Jurassic Park is
much,
pretty good. And I love Jurassic
Yeah.
Park 3, but I think I'm the only one. I
I've
got a big
known
will.
I've known a handful of others that like that one. I didn't see it until I was like 32,
Mm.
so I was like, I think maybe I don't care about this at
Yeah.
all.
I've always had a real William H. Macy thing, so I've always loved him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's great. I just like
Kind
almost all of his other movies more.
I think in this movie too, like I think It's really interesting to me how Brie Larson, I think her career is so wild because I don't know when this comes out in terms of her other movies, but there's Short Term 12 or Short Term 11 or whatever. Have you seen
Yeah.
this?
Short Term
Yeah.
12, I think is a few like that's
That
2013.
okay.
Because this
Yeah.
this premiered at 2015 Sundance, and then
Okay.
at the end of the year, Room comes out, and the next year she's an Oscar
Yeah.
winner.
Because so that's what it was. Is I think she's great in Short Term. That was amazing. And
Oh
then
yeah,
I
she's
loved
great
her
movie.
in Room when it came out.
Mhm.
And this I think is maybe the best she's ever been. I think she's fantastic in this movie as that role. And then she's not doing shit. And I don't know if it is it just because of backlash because of the whole Miss Marvel stuff. Like it doesn't seem like she's doing regular movies. Maybe she is, and I'm just not seeing them. But
They're
right?
He was
few
in.
and far between. Like she's in the Between Two Ferns movie.
Oh yeah, that
And
was
she's in
good.
Fast
Yeah.
X, and
Oh, see,
that's
that's a
she hasn't been in any like dramas. Like the
yeah.
last
She was like
drama
a
was
good.
Yeah.
Just Mercy from 2019. But yeah, because she's
Ugh.
like on a killer run. Because I think the first time I saw her was in Scott Pilgrim, and she's so
Yeah.
great
Oh,
in that.
definitely.
And
Yeah, that's of
Envy
course.
Yeah.
Adams.
Yeah.
She's
But
Oh
she's
just
good in
yeah.
done.
21 Jump Street, Short Term 12, and all these things. And yeah, Room happens. She does a couple things in that. Captain Marvel's kind of just like
Mm-hmm.
she gets sucked into the machine of the
Yeah.
blockbusters, and it's
She
disappointing because she's great.
in she was in Don Juan,
Don
Don
Joseph
John,
John.
Gordon-Levitt.
yeah.
Yeah, she was the sister, and she like has one line or something, and she like the entire her every time she's on screen, she's like looking at her phone, and I think that's really
Yeah,
funny to put like a good
yeah.
actor in a role like that.
It's a good audience insert for me because I wished I had been on my phone the entire time I was
Oh my
watching that
god,
god
yeah,
awful movie.
that movie sucks shit. It was two
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Dumb fuck. What's his name from Third Rock from the Sun? He wrote two short films, one about a horny guy and one about fucking an old lady.
We've brought it up before. It's oh how fun of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's like I'm gonna write a movie where Scarlett Johansson is my girlfriend and has sex with me.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think of Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
I was on board until Don John, and then I was like, maybe this
Yeah.
guy sucks
Fuck this
ass.
guy.
And
When
then
did
since
50-50 come out? Was that
2
before
years
Don John?
before that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because when
Before.
50-50 came out, that movie, I loved that movie.
Oh yeah.
And I think
It's
it
real
was
good, yeah.
and then there's also a weird Christmas movie with him and Seth Rogen and maybe Anthony Mackie or something.
Yeah,
Yes.
that one's
You know?
fun.
And that movie's
Yeah.
amazing, even though I don't think anyone saw it. It's so funny, but it's just a goofy ass whatever.
I saw it and I feel like I walked by because I saw it at Union Square and they were filming it wasn't Being the Ricardos, but it was like a TV biopic of Lucy and Desi. And I
Yeah.
walked past the filming for that for some reason. That's all I remember about that movie.
Now let me ask you. Did you walk by that? Or did you walk by a trailer that said Lucy and Desi on it?
It was the trailer, so maybe it was something else.
So what they do in Hollywood, or I've learned this just because of when I wish I could say I learned this on movie sets. Nope, learned it when I was walking dogs. They'll always put the male lead in a trailer says Desi, and the female lead in a trailer that says Lucy.
Oh.
Right? I didn't know.
Interesting.
I thought the same thing. When I first moved to New York, I was walking dogs in Greenpoint, and I was like, you're not gonna fucking believe this. They're making Lucy all over, and this time it's Erin from The Office. And I was like, she's Lucy. And then one day I realized it was the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. That's what they were actually shooting.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be crazy if that's what they were filming when I walked past the trailer too?
Probably, and we're totally wrong. It's just that one production did this.
Kimmy Schmidt was taken. I think that the night before that Christmas movie might be like his last good movie, and that was 2016 or 2015.
He's goofy ass politically. He seems very out of touch about a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And like I don't know, it's really strange. But for being there's not a lot of those celebrities from like that were kids when we were kids that I still rooted for into my 20s like him.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he made the Pinocchio live action movie, and his
Oh.
voice acting choices made me really appreciate what Chris Pratt brings to his.
Oh,
Which is
boy.
nothing, but it's more than whatever the hell that voice was.
I think it'd be fucking great if Chris Pratt just fell off a bridge. You know?
I don't
that
think
guy-
I'd cry very hard that night.
No, that guy sucks shit on a stick.
It's hard because recently rewatched Parks and Rec within the past
Oh.
couple of years, and he is just so legitimately funny in that, and it
Exactly.
just makes me so sad. It's
It-
like you were one of us, just like an overweight
makes
funny
me-
dude.
it makes
Yeah.
me not sad. It makes me like upset. I feel like I was tricked. This is maybe a little hyperbole, but like, you know, like when you find out that your priest was having sex with all your friends and like
Yeah.
he shouldn't have been, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. Like, oh, I came to you for the fun laughs and the Jesus. Turns out you were being mean to everybody? Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved Everwood though, and he was great in Everwood. Especially the
watched
season he
that
was in a coma.
Is that similar? I don't even really know the vibe of Everwood. Is that more of like a Dawson's Creek type thing, or?
Yeah, it's definitely that vibe. It's great. It is a very good
Okay.
show about a doctor played by the late Treat Williams who goes to
I
a
love
small
him.
town in Colorado. He was a city doctor. His wife died of a brain aneurysm. He was a brain surgeon, and he was working on her, and she
Oh
died.
God.
So then he moved his daughter and his son, who he doesn't really have a good relationship with because the mom took care of him, to this small town in Colorado where her family was from, so that he could be a small town doctor. But it has like I can't think of that actress's name, but the actress in it is great. The main lead is the kid from like Hocus Pocus. He's great. And yeah, Chris Pratt was fine. You're listening to Everwood, the Everwood podcast. I just call it the same thing.
Podcast. It's
I wonder, because I'm watching Dawson's Creek right now, and I'm taken aback by how horny Dawson's parents are in every episode. I'm wondering if Everwood is also.
Everwood wasn't like a Christian show, but it felt a little closer to a Christian show. There definitely was sex,
Okay.
talks, and abortion and stuff like that, but like it was a little more tame than that. 90210, I remember when I was a kid, like the parents being so horny, and I was just like, Jesus Christ. So Dawson's Creek? Had you seen it all when you were young, or?
No, I'm 3 episodes in.
Oh wow,
Ever.
early.
Yeah. And so far, every time we've seen his parents, it's somebody walking in on them about to have sex.
Yeah.
So
they really
all
get it.
They do.
So, I loved that show when it started, when it was on. Like that was I was in like middle school maybe or late elementary, and I was like, that's the show, and it was such a phenomenon and everything. But I never, by the time it was ending, I was out of it. I wasn't paying attention to TV, so I never watched the last couple seasons. And it's one of those things where I remember being like, wait a minute, Pacey and fucking Joey are a couple now. It was just like on Friends when all of a sudden Joey and Rachel dated for a minute, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, but
this isn't right.
yeah,
we're running out of ideas.
exactly. Yeah. Like, who hasn't fucked each other yet? But I did love the show though. I thought it was so fun, and I loved as a little kid that loved movies. It was fun to watch. Like, I'm always talk about that stuff.
Yeah, it's relatable.
They filmed a lot of it in Utah, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's probably.
If I could have been around, could have maybe been an extra on Everwood, but didn't.
You could have introduced Chris Pratt to Satan and stopped all of this.
There is an episode. This show was on in the mid 2000s, right? There is an episode where they walk past the Wisecrackers? No, what's the
Wise Guys?
Wise Guys. They're in like downtown, whatever that is, Salt Lake City or whatever, and they're walking down the street and they pass the comedy club. It's not hilarious. In it. They don't show. I mean, it's not like they went in or anything. It's just like you see that because they have like a logo that I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it hasn't
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah,
That
it
is
was great.
probably the club where I did my first 20 mics.
Oh, that's
Is
awesome.
probably the one that they
I
walked
still
past.
to this fucking day, I've probably done 20 sets at a comedy club my whole life. I don't
Yeah.
I don't go in those places ever.
Well, Wise Guys has a stranglehold on the Utah comedy scene, so it's
Yeah.
either that or a coffee shop mic that exists for 5 weeks until someone yells the N-word and gets it shut down.
That's
So,
that a tale as old as time.
yeah. Yeah.
Uh, what did you guys
Yeah.
think of how did you guys feel with the way Jake Johnson was acting? Like, not acting, but like his character's choices. Were you like, what the fuck is happening with this guy? Like, were you like kind of creeped out with how he was acting towards Brie Larson, or did you think it was kind of cool and like almost like liberating, or what?
First, I thought it was a mostly hole digging based relationship,
Yeah,
which
which is the
Brie
same
Larson,
relationship
if
he
you're
had with
yeah,
the other boys.
which Brie Larson, if you're listening to this, I have 2 shovels, a yard, and some weed, so we could dig holes. Let me know.
Love you.
Yeah, yeah, and they're nice shovels too. This isn't
Pretty
some
good.
Mickey Mouse bullshit over here. Anyway, once they started smoking weed and listening to the song from
Yeah.
striking distance that the serial killer plays whenever he murders people.
Is that the
It took
boat?
on.
That's the boat movie, right?
That's the boat
Yeah.
movie with Bruce Willis. It's not
Yeah,
good,
okay.
but it's fun.
Yeah, that's what
Uh,
I Little Red Riding Hood. That's what I know that song from
yeah,
also.
yeah, yeah. Maybe it's just that song, but it felt like it really took a turn around then, and I was like,
Yeah.
maybe this is a bad idea.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. Was
Yeah.
at the same spot. What about you, Steve? Were you creeped out by it, or
I
did you think it was
guess
shitty, or?
part of what I liked about the movie is like they both are kind of like on their own journeys. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
like is it like kind
Yeah.
of like it's like Spanglish or Eyes Wide Shut? They're all on these journeys of self-discovery that are, I guess, less intense than either of those movies.
Yeah.
I guess
But
that's probably it. Yeah.
I found it weird in both cases because it's like Rosemary DeWitt kind of pairs up with Orlando Bloom, Jake Johnson with Brie Larson. I'm like, is it like if they're supposed to be like recapturing some semblance of their youth or going after like
Like,
these quote unquote younger people? Part of me was like, well, like Brie Larson, I don't think is that much younger than Jake Johnson, and Orlando
Yeah.
Bloom, I don't think it's that much younger than
No.
Rosemary DeWitt. So it seems
no.
kind of strange, like that these are like the symbols of youth in the movie. But
What I kind of what I kind of thought was is like you see so much of Jake Johnson's story before you get into what she's off doing. So by that
yeah,
time, he's gone to them and he's talked to them, and I'm like, okay, this is all copacetic. And then you see her and that old horny guy at the bar fucking takes out Orlando
oh
Bloom,
my
which is really funny.
gosh.
And so like once you start seeing her side, you're like, oh, okay, so this is just people being people. And then it really is as soon as they get to the steakhouse, the cooking, him and her, you're like, oh, they're horny. And then when he's dancing and running around pointing the fucking gun at each other, I'm like, oh, they're horny too. That's fun. But I think Jake, I don't know if Jake, like the character of Tim, played by Jake Johnson, I don't think he was horny. I don't think he actually was considering anything. I think he was literally the way he says it. We were playing. I think he was being very. I think he was just, and not. I'm not saying that like it wouldn't have turned into that, but I got more of a innocent vibe from that. Whereas with her and Orlando Bloom, like right away, I was like, oh, there is definitely feelings here.
Yeah, it's
But maybe
it's
that
like when where
little
Biggs comes
misogyny.
over when Brie Larson and Jake Johnson are hanging out, and the whole time he's like, "Oh, I have dinner plans," but he just is right, like expressing it through like friendship, and it's like, of course she's digging with me. It's like we're friends, like this is great. But then like I'm just like, is he that just like oblivious? Is he just so like kind of caught up in this digging scenario that he's like not even factoring that in?
You know what? When the part that kind of makes me feel a lot like this, I think, is when he says, when Birbiglia shows up again, and he's like, I just want to make sure that if I'm out with dinner with you and your wife and your kids, I don't have to feel awkward about anything.
Yeah.
He literally looks at me and goes, buddy, you've known me 2 years. And then he just,
Yeah.
and that says a lot. Like then that kind of made me feel like, I was like, I've known this guy for fucking 1 hour or 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like, that is very true. Like, he's known him. He doesn't know that he's never going to do this. He's just, literally having fun.
Yeah,
I don't
just
know.
digging holes.
Yeah.
But
Also,
yeah, when it
good-
does escalate, when he's like, I forget if he's like getting tired and like goes on her lap or she goes on his lap, but it's like
And-
literally like immediately he's up and he's like, okay, this
over.
is
And that's when
this
you
is
can
done.
see her be like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
It is, Birbiglia is very good in this for a small role, but I really love that character and how, like, when that happens, that scene where they have that interaction, he shows up, she comes out with like the nipples out and everything, and
Yeah.
she's like, I need something to wear, and he's like, oh yeah, I'll help you find something. He's sitting down on this couch outside. He stands up, walks all the way around a table, looks in the house, squints, and then comes back around, sits back down, and then when it's back out, he's pacing across the front of the house, and it just shows that dude has no chill at all. Like, he's just
He's an interesting contrast to like Sam Rockwell because he's almost like the angel on the shoulder and
Oh,
Sam
yeah.
Rockwell's like the
Yeah.
demon on the shoulder. Because like him showing back up there, seeing that girl there, he's like, hey, like I'm worried. Like I want to make sure you're okay. It's like I'm a
Yeah.
friend. Like I'm checking in on you. Where Sam Rockwell's kind of like the opposite, where it's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
like you don't want to like come along for this drug ride or whatever and do all this crazy
Yeah.
shit. Like, well then fuck you too, man. Like I don't care. Like I don't need you.
It's so weird to feel this way because I do love Sam Rockwell as an actor, but I really
yeah.
think that, like, ditch that character, and I think this movie would have been a little different. And like, it feels like maybe like Sam Rockwell was like, hey, I'm gonna be in. Hey, I rearrange my schedule. I can do your movie, Joe. And then he's just like, oh, okay. It's like, I liked what he brought out of the Tim character, but like,
Yeah.
he really was just such a fucking cartoon character. But also,
Oh yeah.
maybe when you live in LA, you have those kind of characters more so, like we all know
Yeah.
insane New Yorkie people that are weird, but he felt like, have you guys seen The White Lotus?
Yeah.
The first 2 seasons, yeah.
So the most recent season, Sam Rockwell is in it for one scene and he's great, but it
It's
doesn't,
incredible.
for listeners and if you've seen it, so that I feel like this character is that character just 10 years ago. And then his character in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is his character 25 years ago. Like, it's the same man.
Yeah.
It was because he's like a debaucherous drunk in this and like drug addict. And in that one, he's like moved past all that, but he's super highly sexually enlightened and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Chris Messina is in it and like I don't even know if he has a solid line of dialogue. Like,
He just hangs dong and is out of there.
Yeah.
he does show his fucking huge rod.
Yeah.
He's making out with Anna Kendrick. He does cocaine off her feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then he jumps.
Yeah.
What is up with that? That's a real. You guys talk about that? That's a real mumblecore
Yeah.
trope. Hanging
Oh,
dong.
Listen, every Swanberg
Dog.
movie's got dong on it, so
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
par for the course.
Spin Me Round, the Jeff Benet movie has dong in it.
Oh wow.
Did you guys see that movie about the soccer team that got stuck up in the Andes?
Uh
I heard of it, but yeah, didn't end up seeing it.
Society of the Snow. Yeah. Do you guys consider that a mumblecore?
No.
Okay, a lot of penis in that one too.
There is, yeah. I was
mhm.
surprised.
The producers? Wait, no, not the producers. God damn it, Tim Robbins. I have a list on Letterboxd that's just movies where you don't think you're going to see a rod, and then boom, you see a rod.
I gotta follow that list.
Yeah, it's a good list. I do think this movie just really It's have you guys ever? I was gonna see if you guys have you guys ever fucked with Joel Haver? Do you know who this is?
Recently, mostly through his interview
Familiar.
with Matt Johnson.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he does this, and he wouldn't call
Yeah.
it mumblecore, I don't think, but he has a following on YouTube from doing like little sketches and shit. He's got a Patreon where he can finance little things. And he did a thing in 2024 where he made one feature length film every month of the year.
Yeah.
And it
Wow.
was like insane. And some of them are like he made one that I think is genuinely amazing. And then he has one that I think is one of the stupidest shit I've ever seen. But it's so interesting the way he did it all. And it's all this style. It's all no scripts,
Mhm.
come up with stuff. But then like one of them is all like he's done a movie. He has a thing in October or in during the Oscars. He does a challenge where he's like, instead of watching the Oscars, make a movie during the Oscars. Grab your friends, grab a camera, shoot a film, use that time, edit it however long you want, but try to utilize that time to shoot a film. And like 3 years ago, he made a short called The Text, and then last year he made one called The Voicemail, and this year he made one called The Call. And they're insane, but they're also all one take, and they're these like like
Wow.
really elaborate. And some of it like not sucks, but like there's definitely goofy, weird parts. But it's
Yeah.
more good than not good. And I think he's been a big inspiration. I get like annoyed with a lot of stuff, but I think he's been a big inspiration on me on the whole aesthetic of like kind of taking that mumblecore thing and doing it more now, where it's like I don't know. I do believe in maybe having a script and stuff. I think that's important, but
Mhm.
maybe that's because
Yeah.
I'm not an improviser. But I highly suggest. I think you guys. There's a couple of his movies that I think are really really good to watch. And just knowing that it was shot for in a week with 3 people, yeah, it's really blows my mind.
I've seen a number of like his rotoscoped cartoon shorts, and those
Those are cool.
are really good. Yeah, those are really
Yeah,
funny.
I attempted to do one of those when he made a video that taught you how to do it. It is so fucking time consuming.
Yeah.
Like to make it work,
I bet.
but it's cool though.
Yeah.
Which is the one that I like? Oh, my phone died. Yeah, he's got one that's about like it's just the kind of shit I like. Like it's like adult men bonding and having to go through a tragedy together and stuff. And there's one that's like a guy's like somebody I don't even remember if we know, but they're going to visit a friend who's had recently lost somebody, and it's them having to kind of dance around that while also being themselves. And yeah, it's just really, really good stuff. And then he's got one called like the Diarrhea Brothers. That's just the dumbest fucking.
Sounds good to me with a name like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
People
I've-
love
yeah,
the Diarrhea Brothers, not me.
Be
Hey, why do
interested
they
in
call it
watching some of
diarrhea
that.
instead? Why don't they call it drinkable shit?
Well,
We can have jokes. We can all do jokes.
that's just a branding. That's a branding thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Big Diarrhea doesn't want you to know.
No, Big Diarrhea does not want you to know.
But it's cool. Yeah, it seems like we're finally getting like better like filmmakers off of YouTube. Where like there was like a
Yeah.
like it was hard for a
Yeah.
while for people to make that transition, but it seems like Joel Haver is kind of doing his thing, and then obviously this year with Obsession and
Yeah.
Backrooms, it's like like there are people like, and even before with like Talk to Me and
Yeah.
some of the other. I mean, it seems like it's mainly people doing horror movies, but it's
Sure.
just been really cool to see people kind of start from there and like be able to like take that next step.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
like, here's the future of like filmmaking. Like if these people
Yeah.
can figure out how to make good stuff, like more power to them.
And from
Totally.
what I've
And we
seen,
did-
they've
yeah.
figured that shit out.
Yeah.
What did
Obsession.
you guys see Obsession?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I liked it. Don't get me
Great.
wrong. Don't come for me in the fucking chat or whatever. My only problem is that, and I think God, I can't pull it who it is. Somebody reviewed it with a way I really agreed. with on Letterboxd where he was like, it's like when your dad when you were like 19 and your dad heard Gaslight Anthem for the first time and was like, this just sounds like every fucking thing I listen to. Like it felt like that. Like I was like, I see the 10 or 15 other things that this is the same story from. And so that kind of drug it down for me. But the execution and especially her, she was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
it was
phenomenal.
so eerie. And it went in a good place at the end where it wasn't just the same old tale from like Twilight Zone. So
Yeah. It was
I haven't
better
seen
than
Backrooms.
I haven't seen that either. I've heard
Me either.
my sister really loved it. Our friend Luke, I think, was kind of mid on it, if I remember right.
It's
But
got that Norwegian actress, I think, from
I
like
really like her.
Yeah, me too. She's good in everything. So
it's got Mumblecore hero Mark Duplass in it as well. So
yes, that's right. Yes.
Oh shit.
I love Mark Duplass.
He's
a cool guy who we like.
If you guys a cool interview with him that just happened was on apparently fucking Sam Malone from Cheers has a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. What's crazy? First Joe, the guy from News Radio got a podcast. Now Sam from Cheers has a podcast. And he had Mark Duplass on. And it's great. And they really you can tell that they respect each other and they've known each other for a while and stuff. And there's just some really good stories about early days of the Duplass brothers figuring out how they could do stuff. And then a lot of talk about Mary Steenburgen and Malcolm McDowell's son. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. He did The One I Love.
Yes, he directed that.
Yeah.
And they talk a lot about the early production of that because that was filmed at Mary Steenburgen and Ted Danson's like house in upstate New York or in upstate California.
Nice.
And it was just really cool stories about the making of that and how this guy's dad is Malcolm McDowell, his mom is Mary Steenburgen, his stepdad is Ted Danson, and he's like working with the Duplasses to come up from that way instead of like, trying to go in a different route that maybe would be less respectful. And I really liked that movie, and I also really liked his he did a movie with I can't pull it. God damn, my brain is rotten these days. His most recent movie is pretty good with Lily Collins and Jason Segel and Landry from Friday Night Lights.
Oh, I think I'm blanking on the name of it.
They get
too,
robbed.
But
it's just like a fun movie, and it's like I like it. I like the little threads you see from that.
Yeah. Okay, I remember seeing the images from that. Oh, Dispatches from Elsewhere?
That's the
that's the show.
About. It's a Windfall.
Windfall, yes.
Windfall. Okay.
And then he may have also directed, I think he also did the one with Jason Segel where his dad created death. Do you know about this one?
No.
Fuck, my phone died, and I don't trust my computer right now to go to Wikipedia. So I'm like, this is the worst podcast. I'm just half explaining things. I can't remember actors' names. There's one with Jason Segel.
Was it
I found
the
it.
Discovery? Or
yes.
A different one?
I think it's that one. That movie's great. Have you guys seen that?
No, but the cast is insane.
It's very really cool. Just like like without spoiling anything really, the premise is that his dad, Jason Segel's dad, is a scientist who discovered that there is no afterlife. That there's discovered that there is no like hell or anything. It's just another plane where you just keep going on. And it causes like a mass suicide across the country because people are just like, oh, well, if there's no heaven or hell, who gives a fuck? I'll just go see what this next life is. Just see, or if like, oh, I'm instead of going bankrupt, I'm just gonna move on to the next. And this movie takes place like 5 years later, and how that's changed the world, and it's really, really good.
I've got to check that out, and it looks like it's got Deadeye's himself, Connor Ratliff.
Got Mr. Connor Ratliff in there. Yeah, I forget the name of it. There's like another movie where like has a similar poster as the Discovery, like that one with Johnny Depp, where he has all like the wires
Oh,
coming
I
out of his
saw
head
that.
with
Oh.
Christoph
Oh,
Waltz.
one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Wait, are you talking about Transcendence?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the poster is very similar. I don't
Fuck
I don't
that
know if the
movie.
content's similar or the plot. I just know that the
No.
posters
Yeah.
are very similar.
That movie sucked. That movie sucks shit on
Jeez.
ice. It's so bad.
It's
And it sucks because what's her name's in it? Rebecca, English
Hall.
woman.
yeah, Rebecca Hall.
Yep, and she's fantastic. And it
Yeah.
sucks that she's in such a shitty movie.
What if Johnny Depp was computer?
And do you ever see that? You ever notice that with like movies when there's some actors and actresses just never get good it's like they're
Yeah.
always picking wrong. I think speaking of, I mentioned Friday Night Lights, Tim Riggins, that guy who was like John
Oh, yeah.
Carter, like, and
Oh
he
yeah,
was in
Taylor Kitsch.
Battleship, and it's just like everything. And then the other one is Imogene Poots, who was in like 28 Weeks Later, and she was in like
Yeah.
a handful of like pretty cool movies. And whenever she's
Yeah.
taking a swing, which I love somebody doing a little nothing indie movie, they're just dog shit, and it really bums me out because I think she's like a really good actress and really could play anything, you know. And I just wonder that.
Her and the guy from Search Party are doing a TV show that's an adaptation of one of my favorite comics right now.
Oh,
Called
really?
Yeah, it's called Sex Criminals.
Oh, cool.
And it's about people that when they orgasm, time stops, so they use that time to commit crimes.
Oh, that's fun.
And yeah, I'm excited to see that show.
Is it one of the creators from Search Party or the actor guy?
The actor.
What's that guy?
John Reynolds.
John Reynolds. Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah.
He was just my wife is
good.
watching a show on Netflix or a show on HBO called The Secret Lives of College Girls or The Sex Lives of College Girls or something. And I was in the other room and I heard John Reynolds' voice and I was like, that guy's in the show.
He's
Good
showed up
for
in a lot
him.
of weird stuff. He showed up in the Four Weddings and a Funeral miniseries.
Oh wow.
He's in that. And then I mean he's in Stranger Things. Like it's very
He directed that or maybe I don't know, think he directed. He wrote though that crazy movie that's on Hulu with like Joe Firestone and all them.
Oh
like,
yeah.
That's
Matt Levy was telling me.
I like that. I liked it. You didn't like it?
I haven't watched it. Matt Levy
Oh.
told me it was funny, and I have not gotten around to
it. It is a comedy right out. I mean, like if you're looking for a great movie, it's not that, but it's so fun. And he wrote that. And he's in it, and he plays a great character. He plays a character that I feel like I don't. Maybe everybody's making this connection, or maybe nobody is. But it feels a little bit like a spiritual successor, a spiritual cousin to Paul Rudd's role in Wet Hot. Like he plays like a cool guy who's also not cool. It's really good.
Hell yeah.
Never Change. Yeah, like
Never Change. Yes.
Surprisingly low on the IMDb, but I mean, I don't trust that. I trust people more than any IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes score.
It is just a bunch of really funny people being funny, and goes off the rails. While I've been unemployed, I've just watched hundreds and hundreds of weird ass movies, and I'll find these movies like Adam Pally has like 4 or 5 insane movies that no one's ever seen that are so good, and same thing with Zoe Lister-Jones. She's got a bunch of movies that are really good that no one's ever seen, and like, I love that. You know, I love that these people are making stuff in the background.
That's we love the unsung movies, and that's I think why we
right.
kind of started this podcast with Mumblecore, because it's like so many of these movies are forgotten, but their impact is like so big just because of all the people who started out in the genre, and it's just
And the fact that this was 10 years ago, but like this genre had gotten to the point where like you got fucking Sam Rockwell and the fucking dude from or whatever from Sam Elliott and the mom from Who's the Boss.
Movie.
Like it's awesome.
Yeah.
Angela from Who's the Boss? Come on.
Angela.
Yeah.
You got Jenny Slate and Tim Simons as the yoga couple.
The throwaways characters? Yeah.
Yeah, and then Melanie Linsky and Ron Livingston show up.
And Ron Livingston.
Like,
and also, there's a eagle eye viewers who like watching movies that are, I don't know, too horny and weird, but not horny in a good way. There's a movie called Teacher about a teacher that fucks her student a bunch, and it's like a drama. It's not like a
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? That
I think
actress is the nanny. That was the actress that plays the teacher in that is the nanny for that couple in this,
Oh,
which I thought was fucking nuts.
oh wow. And
Yeah.
Melanie Linsky's character is named Squiggy, and they
yeah, Bob and
just
Squiggy.
and they just this is Squiggy, and I'm just wondering if that's her legal name. They didn't clear it up in the movie,
Yeah, it just
but
feels
it's in
like
my
they're like
notes.
it feels like they're like, all right, now you're gonna play this, and she's like, what's my character's name? And they're like, oh, fucking just decide. She's like, okay, I'm Squiggy.
All right.
Squiggy.
She's also a huge treasure, like just
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
fucking great and everything, and
Yeah, that
it's
Macon
wild.
Blair movie, I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore, is just
that
she's so
movie
great in
rules.
that. And I think filmed in Portland, so
Sure,
Oh
that's
really?
yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
With Elijah Wood playing a little weirdo in there. Like
yeah.
it's
That
such
movie
a
was
good
great.
movie.
She's got
Yeah.
like a bunch of. I just watched another movie. I think that was probably filmed in Portland or Seattle, I guess. But it was her and her husband in the movie. Her husband's black, and they're moving from Brooklyn to like Portland or Seattle, and they're in like a suburb, and they're getting like weird. It's not like a movie about like the South where everybody's turning on them, but like they're getting that like casual racism against them.
Right.
And it was pretty good. It wasn't the greatest movie, but it was a pretty good movie. But she just crushes in it, just like everything else, though. So
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen Heavenly Creatures?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
her
that
and
movie's
Kate Winslet.
That
yeah.
is an embarrassing blind spot for me, but
Well,
There's
I need to check
yeah.
it out.
it
There's
was
some
on
really
cable
good.
a lot, and
There's
now
some
it's
really
not.
good. Sorry, I'm talking.
No
I
worries.
keep talking over everybody. There's some
No
really good
worries.
YouTube videos on YouTube of Kate Winslet and her Melanie Linsky. They came to New York for that movie in like 1990, like 5 or something, and they're just
Mhm.
teen girls, and they're like on like running around New York City with a VHS camera, filming stuff, doing bits, being goofy. And it's not like long, but there's like a couple like minute or 2 minute videos of them, and it's just like, what are we doing today? And they're like, we're gonna go ride on one of those horses in Central Park, and it's just very, very cool. And I also love that she seems to give back to New Zealand, like the company, the acting community in New Zealand a lot, like
Yeah.
produces stuff and things like that. So that's really great.
Yeah, and she's just always good.
Mm-hmm.
Always,
Married
always,
to
always.
what's his name? John Ritter.
Yeah, I don't even know who.
Yeah, Jason Ritter
Mm-hmm.
used to be married to one of the McPoyle brothers.
That's right. Who I met
Yeah.
at Freddy's. He used to go to Freddy's.
Was
Oh,
it Jimmy
wow.
Simpson or the other McBoyle
Yeah.
brother?
Jimmy
Jimmy
Simpson.
Simpson. I met him
Oh
at
wow.
he used to be when Calvin Calvin had that mic. There was a Monday mic there for a while, or for 100 years, I don't know. But when I was at the time I was going there, he was there like two or three different times over a month.
Oh wow.
Not at the mic. He was just at the bar with like friends, his like friends or whatever. Yeah. And a lot of weird marriages going on.
Yeah.
Emily Deschanel's married to Rickety Cricket.
Oh, that's
wow.
right.
That's weird.
That's great.
Yeah. And then like Riley Stearns, who directed The Art of whatever, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He
That
was
was a good movie.
He was married to Mary Elizabeth Winstead, or Mary. Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Until
Yeah,
she
yeah.
ended up marrying Ewan McGregor when he was already married to somebody else.
Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah. Felt bad for him then. I followed him on Twitter.
I follow him on
yeah.
Instagram. He's sucks. It's weird. They made a really good movie, them two together, a drunk movie. I can't think what it's called, but
Was
it's
it
them two and
Smash?
Smash. Yeah, with Aaron
Yeah.
from Breaking Bad, and
Yeah.
I really
Aaron
liked that
Paul.
movie a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but I have Faults, which is one they made together where she's in a cult and
Yeah.
this guy goes into
It, well,
deprogrammer and then it goes off the rails.
yeah, I saw that. That was
Ooh,
great. I
Yeah.
like that dude a lot.
that
The
sounds
actor that
fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
yeah.
good. It's a movie that mostly takes place in a hotel room that doesn't feel like it mostly takes place in a
Yeah.
hotel room.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
fun. And
Maybe we
also
should
with
have
this movie, I want to say one thing.
go for it.
I think that it really does portray, for me, we don't have a kid, but and
Yeah.
also I'm not having like women come over and guys do coke, but I think he really does. You can really sense that thing of like he gets to be a kid because his wife and in this case his kid are gone, and you see
Yeah.
that like young thing, and he has that part where he's talking to Captain Marvel about how like I was with these 16-year-old kids the other day, these two 16-year-old boys, and she's like, "Why are you with 16-year-old boys?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it. No, I'm a teacher." And he's
Yeah.
like, "We were doing bits and we were just joking around, and it was like I was one of them." And then I caught a glimpse of my face, and I'm like, "Oh, I am not." And I think that is just so relatable, and for me at this time in my life, like I feel that so
Yeah.
hard, and
Oh yeah.
and
Well,
that's
that's
kind
pretty
of
much
his whole thing.
that's like the
And
movie. That's like kind of the
yeah,
theme of the movie. It's like, oh yeah, like you can get caught up in these moments and kind of regress to this certain
mhm,
mindset, but then like you know, like you have that moment of self-reflection and you're just like, oh yeah, like I'm a married man with a wife
yeah.
and kid, and
And
same
at
with like
the
Rosemary
end,
DeWitt. It's like, oh, I'm married and have a kid. Like, what am I doing with Orlando Bloom? Like, oh
yeah,
God.
I love
Yeah.
at the end too that like it's like a voiceover over with them driving away in the Uber or whatever, and
Mhm.
she's like, "We should go pick up our kid," and he's like, "Yeah, but can we get breakfast first?" And she's like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes." And he's like, "I'm gonna be drunk by noon or whatever." Like it shows that they still are that like they're still feeding that, and then the camera does a thing that I think is really weird. The camera slowly pans through the driveway around the house and like shows in on a table. Doesn't zoom all the way in, but like shows a table with a bunch of shit on it. Like a not the table that they were sitting at, like a different table with a bunch of
Mhm.
shit we never saw. And then it cuts. And it's like, what the fuck? Like it felt like they were getting ready to show us the rosebud sled or something. Or like
Yeah.
they left the
Yeah.
gun sitting on the table or something. But like, nope. It was just like a weird trailing off of the
Yeah.
camera.
Here's a table. All right. See you
Yep.
later.
All right. Well, see you
There you
guys.
Yeah.
go.
Get your shoes. Don't forget your
Yeah.
shoes.
But
Oh,
it's yeah, I think it's just nice that I think yeah, like I don't have kids either, but I have a wife. But yeah, there's still those moments where it's like, oh, it's like we have dogs and have to deal with
yeah.
that responsibility. But like, yeah, those little moments like, oh, we don't have responsibility. We can just like go get breakfast and kind of
Yeah. Totally.
have just a little like sense of like not like normalcy, but like how things used to be just for like a moment before we have to like kind of
Yeah.
get back into our real life. And yeah, maybe the problem was in the movie, like they were kept trying to do that separately instead of
Yeah.
like together. And like at the end of the movie, it's like, oh, we're able to finally kind of do this a little bit together. And
Mhm.
yeah, I was wondering, like, do you think they ever kind of talk to each other about what happened, like their respective stories of what happened, or is it just kind of an understanding? It's like we both went through something and are changed and are able to come together. Like we both know something happened with the other
Yeah.
person, but it's just none of our
Yeah.
business, and we're just gonna whatever happened. It made us
Yeah.
appreciate each other more, so the details don't matter.
From like like a person like in a marriage, other than her kissing him, like that is definitely, I think, like a lot of people would want that to be disclosed. That's a conversation. That's a
Mhm.
problem. Whatever.
Yeah.
I think you're giving these twee pixie characters a little leeway.
Yeah,
But I know that there's those times when like my wife goes out of town and I become like feral guy again.
yeah,
And like when she comes back, I'm not like giving her a rundown of like, well, I watched 45 episodes of The Real Ghostbusters.
yeah,
I left the refrigerator over by accident. I left it open all night. I forgot to feed the cat twice. Like I'm not
yeah.
doing that. So and like another thing of like when you're married, I wonder if you do this, but like you put your brain like okay, so all my friends from high school, the ones who I would be digging these holes with,
Yeah.
we are all going to California in like 3 weeks to go see a concert. And we're all like one of our friends lives there. The rest of us are migrating there, and we're gonna go to this concert. And my wife was going to go with us, and whatever, that was the trip. It was going to be awesome. We've done this before. We always like to travel with our couples and stuff. And then she's now not able to go with us. And my brain flipped where it's like, oh, it's not Patrick and Stacy going. Now it's Patrick going. And I get to be, I'm not going to do cocaine off of Anna Kendrick's foot, but I get to definitely be like louder. I get to be less responsible. I get to have less control, like,
Yeah.
and not that it wouldn't be a wonderful time. And I love the trips we've gone on with his guests, but it is funny how as soon as that was a decision made, I was just like, oh, fuck, this is a different thing. I'm going to I got to buy some Maylocks.
Yeah, it's like you're able to, like, not that just like, oh, like you're being quote unquote good, but when you're in a relationship, there's certain things. It's like, okay, it's like I can't indulge in these things as much, or I can't, like.
Yeah, it's like I don't have to be 20.
Window.
I don't have to be 25-year-old Patrick, which is who I feel like at all the time.
Yeah,
I get to be 15-year-old Patrick for a couple days.
Yeah, and I feel like I do. Like I'd go to, when Greg was in Utah, I'd go and visit him, and it was like, all right, like we're just eating a bunch of pizza and shit, and doing a power hour, and watching like Jackass and
it's
weird,
the best.
and weird shit, but like on like staying
We're
up late and
watching
just like
every Woodstock 99 video we could find on YouTube. Yeah,
I find that.
I love
what
it.
was that Jerry Springer show, like The Baggage, that dating show?
Yes, yep. Watched a lot of that.
That's
Yep.
great.
That was fun.
I absolutely love all that shit, man.
Yeah,
it's just like I can't live my life that way all the time. But yeah, like wife goes out of town. Like,
and
I guess I'm playing Resident Evil 2 remake all night. Like that's
like
the new
it's
plan.
like a delicate balance. And like I feel like I don't have a grown-up life. I used to always do a joke. I had a job for like 10 years that was like amazing because I made a lot of money and I didn't have to really do much. And then I got laid off, and so now I'm in more of a shitty position. But I used to always say that if like my friends, like my friend JJ, who's an aerospace engineer and has 2 kids that are about to be like in their teens, and we're great friends. We text all the time. If he spent 2 days in my life in New York, he would stop being my friend because he's like, you get to do whatever you want. You're lazy. You can sleep as long as you want. Like, and when I had a good job that was making money, it was like, that was even better. But it's like, I feel like I do get to live a little bit of a cartoon character life, but not to the extent of, God, I just love to go digging. I'll tell you guys this. This is side, but so this movie makes me think of all my friends that I grew up with in my small town in Iowa. There was a soccer complex where we would play soccer when we were kids. There was like basketball courts and baseball fields. And behind that was a timber, like a woods with a creek that went all the way through the town. And like there was, I don't know why they did this, but at some point they dumped like some street that they broke up some street and like repaved it, and they dumped the old street like off this cliff by there, like kind of like to get rid of it. I'm sure there was some reasoning, like maybe this is going to help the like be some sort of I don't know what. But we found it, and then we spent like a month every day after school going there, and we called it bridging. We said we were going bridging. We would all bring our own tools, and we broke up that broken street, and then we built a bridge across the creek so that we could go to the other side. And which we probably could have just found a different way, but the creek was like probably like 5 feet across, and probably maybe at the deepest 6 foot deep. But we just broke all this highway. We built a bridge, and we went across. And once we got across, we like built like a whole treehouse thing, and we did this all the time. And then there was a huge rainstorm, and we realized that we weren't just building a bridge; we built a dam, and the whole fucking thing backed up. And like it was crazy. And to this day, like, and when it happened, they ended up going down and breaking our bridge. Probably the city was like, "What the fuck is this?" And
what happened here?
at that treehouse we had hid stuff like food and candy, we would put it in coffee
Yeah.
cups and buckets and dig it into the ground and then cover it. And that shit's still all got to be out there. But since then,
Yeah.
the water tables have changed, and now that's like it's like 10 feet across and it's like 20 feet deep in places.
Oh
So it's
gosh.
like,
Oh wow.
but every time we're back home, we're always like, is this the weekend? Is this when we go back out there and get our stuff? We go find my dad's hammer that got left in that tree. Oh, but yeah, that is
Gotta go on
definitely
our-
us.
Got to go on your digging for fire adventure. Get to the bottom of the mystery.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll find a bag of bones and a license plate and a shoe. I thought it was, I don't know, very sweet, but also kind of sad when he gets the shoe and he's just like eating the shitty frozen pizza and then like tries on the shoe when he's walking around. I'm like,
Oh well, you got to try it on.
I
guess you
think
got to
what's
try on the shoe.
same thing. I think it's really funny, and I'm sure you've been in this situation both ways. But the thing of him being so fucking excited when he found that shoe, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
runs
Yeah.
like a little kid to Sam Rockwell, and he's like, "Look at this shoe! Look at this shoe!" And he's like, "Oh, cool!" And then he throws it in the pool, like, fuck, you just broke his heart right there. And I know I've been that friend both ways. I've been the one
Yeah.
that's so excited to show a friend something and they don't give a shit, and I've been the one who's just like doesn't react the way my friend hoped, and then you look like a dick.
Yeah,
it's
was very
That
funny.
goes both ways.
when he's, I found a shoe. Isn't this incredible? And it's like a shoe. It's like it's incredible, and everyone's like,
There's-
yeah, it's incredible.
Also, the amazing parts that I think you would only get from like one of these improvised kind of movies is when they're all sitting out there after their first night of digging, all the guys before everybody peels off, and the one in the end, who I don't know what that actor is, I don't know who he
But
is.
Kent
He-
Osborne create
May-
one of
yeah.
the Adventure Time creators or
Oh, really?
directors.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
He shows up in Hannah Takes the Stairs. You see his
And
you see
so
his
does-
hog.
yeah.
Is he in? Is he the uncle from that movie, like Uncle Kent? Maybe.
Probably.
I
Let me
think
look that
so.
up.
Okay, because that's
I
a weird
believe
movie
that.
that is early the Mumblecore Swanberg, but
Yeah.
he's holding a bone, like a big bone, and you can
Yeah.
tell that the direction was, all right, you guys talk, and then you reveal that you found another bone. But the talking goes on for so long, and they're like just riffing, and he's holding this bone for so long, and then at one point, finally, Sam Rockwell goes, "What the fuck is that?" And he's like, "Oh, it's a bone," and then they're all like, "What? You just found that now?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just found it right here," and they're like, "That is so
Yeah.
cool," and you could tell that they were lost in their conversation first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it adds the authenticity. Because like it's, like in that situation, it's like, people aren't always like able to enter the conversation and at the
Yeah.
right time with the right noise. But yeah, he is Kent and Uncle Kent. So
Yeah.
It's a weird movie. I haven't seen all of it. I started watching it one night and fell asleep, but I didn't know that was a Swanberg movie until today when I was looking at IMDb. So I also
Yeah.
confuse it with that movie with. There's a movie on Amazon with The Vision, whatever that guy's name is, from Marvel.
Oh,
Paul
Yeah.
Bettany.
yeah.
And he's like a gay uncle, and he helps his like gay nephew or something. And I thought that was Uncle Kent for a long time.
It's Kent Osborne. Yeah, Paul.
Yeah.
I was gonna joke, but I couldn't think of another Paul Bettany movie because he kind of looks like that other British
Wimbledon?
guy.
Wimbledon is one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wimbledon. He's not the
Is
one.
that what
'cause
Wimbledon's about?
Wimbledon's all about Vision. Playing
Okay, I
Wimbledon.
didn't-
There we go.
Yeah, it's kind of like a prequel to The Dink.
There we go. Yeah.
He's in the it's not a movie, but he was in the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial.
Oh, he sure was.
His texts were
Oh,
read out
man.
in court. Yeah.
Yeah. A horror movie, basically.
Yeah.
Those texts were
Yeah.
unpleasant.
Yeah, he seems like a real dick, but I like him. I mean, God bless us.
Yeah.
We've all made mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
he's,
And
he
he's
played
married
the
to-
beautiful mind.
Oh yeah.
he did. Okay, it's
He
Jason
did play
Fleming.
the beautiful mind. Yeah.
I get him confused with Jason Fleming because I'm like, Paul Bettany wasn't in Lock, Stock, was he? And they're like, no, that is
Y'all
Jason
ever
Fleming.
Have you guys ever seen Sharp? The British
No.
TV series?
Mm-mm.
It's
Sharp.
like a British TV series starring Sean Bean and from the 90s, and they would do like hour and a half long episodes. It was like Columbo kind of, where there wasn't a full season. It was just like they would do
Hmm.
one or two a year or something. And it's
Yeah.
about a French or a soldier in France during the War of 1812, I think. Not the War of 1812. It can't be that.
It's the Napoleonic Wars. I just
Napo-
looking it up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. It's a really good, like, I mean, it's like the era of like Renegade for American TV, or like the Highlander. It's that style of TV, but it's a period piece, and every British actor shows up in it, and Paul Bettany's in an episode of that.
Yeah.
And there's like Brian Cox is like a recurring character on it, and it's just fun to see him as like a younger guy.
Hmm.
But yeah, and there's a bunch of them. They're all on YouTube for free, and or maybe they're not. I
Oh,
think
cool.
I watched one or two on YouTube for free, but they're on BritBox.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he's in because it looks like, yeah, they like make, like you said, kind of like Columbo, where it's like little movies like every so often.
And then
Yeah, Sharp's Waterloo is the one that he's in.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun to see all those actors when they're really young. And
Yeah.
who are you saying? Jason Isaacs? Is that who you were talking about?
Talk about Jason Fleming.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Lock, Stock.
Oh,
They have a similar look.
Jason
They do have-
Isaacs, who's another one of those just random British guys. He's also in Sharp and plays a real piece of shit in it.
Oh, nice. I mean, he's so great in White Lotus, the most recent
Did you guys
season.
see-
That Sam Rockwell's in.
Did you guys see
excellent in it.
Mass? Ever?
Mass.
It's
Mass,
him.
what's
It's
that?
Jason Isaac, Martha Plimpton, and I do not remember the two other characters.
No, how did this slip under my radar? Oh, it was
It is-
written and directed by the pothead from Cabin in the Woods.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, wow.
It is very heavy, but it's a really, especially if you like plays. It is basically a play, but it's
Yeah.
so fucking intense and stuff. And I think he's the most understated in it. He's so good in it.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
have to
killer
make a note of
cast.
this one. Yeah.
Endowed.
Yes, and Dowd. That's it. And is it
Nice.
Richard
No, yeah,
Jenkins?
that's cool.
Who's the husband?
Reed.
Or I'm sorry.
Birney?
I mean, like, there's Ann Dowd. Who's the other guy? The other older
think it's-
character.
Reed Birney.
Okay,
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
would
that.
you'd probably recognize him if
Yeah.
you saw him though.
I think it was
And
Richard.
his son works with this guy named Kentucker Audley, and they made a movie called Strawberry Mansions, which is really cool and also just very low budget, but
Yeah, I haven't watched it. It's on my like wish or whichever watch list.
it's really cool.
I will check it out.
Yeah.
So do you guys watch a lot of Tubi and shit like that? Is that where you get stuff, or where are you watching stuff?
I do a lot of Canopy is where I get
Yeah.
all that stuff.
I
can
do
look into that.
Criterion Channel while I'm working since my job doesn't require
Allows
me
you.
to pay attention.
Yeah.
And then when I'm taking edibles on the weekend, a lot of Tubi, which
Mm-hmm.
means a lot of Andy Sedaris schlock.
Yeah. Yeah. Tubi is fun, but Tubi is
Yeah.
fucking. The commercials sometimes can really kill you.
Yeah,
Um,
they can be
like
very disruptive.
Disruptive, and sometimes it's really offensive shit. Pluto TV was the worst about it. Pluto TV would be like, "Are you sick of black people?" And you're like,
Oh
"Whoa."
God.
No, I'm actually not. I'm just trying to watch
Yeah.
poker.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
just-
trying to watch an old episode of MASH. Come on, man.
Yeah. I don't think Star Trek Voyager would approve of this message.
No,
Pluto
yeah.
TV.
No.
I love though finding all these random ass movies on there. I've talked about this before on other podcasts and stuff, but I feel like I worked a Blockbuster Video back in the day, and
Nice.
Tubi is the like surfing on Tubi is the closest endorphin like feeling I've had to when you worked at Blockbuster and you were like, okay, I've picked my 4 rentals. I have one more rental this week. I'm just going to wander the shelves and find something.
Mhm.
And that's what Tubi is to me, except for the shelves go on forever. Like,
Yeah.
The endless shelf.
yeah. It's endless shelf. It's great.
It's where I saw Dead Heat with Joe Piscopo and Treat Williams.
God, I
They,
can't believe we lost Treat Williams. He was one of the best.
but we still have Joe Piscopo, so thank
Thank
God for
God.
that.
Yeah. What is I think
Yeah,
the silliest thing? There's a lot of crazy things on there. There's a lot of the movies that we like we're talking about, like these mumblecore movies, but the ones
yeah.
made by bad filmmakers and bad
Oh yeah.
actors.
Yeah, it's
And
like
you're
the
like,
tier below.
yeah, you're watching them and you're like, fuck. And at the beginning, there's all these logos, and you're like, fuck, all these people gave these idiots money to make this bad thing.
It's like all the
Yeah.
stuff at Sundance that like didn't like make it
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
Like,
That never, you're like, yeah. Fuck, it's
It's
crazy.
yeah, it's kind of where the grindhouse movies of today go is straight
Yeah.
to
yeah.
Tubi.
Yep.
And so when you can legally just take a couple of gummies and sit on Tubi for hours and find all kinds of just like nonsense that you would never see anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like a crime thriller made for $30 about a strip club that is mostly just people taking their clothes off until the last scene when it turns out everyone's double crossing each other.
That's,
And you
yeah.
don't understand why, but you know it's happening.
I did I don't know if we've talked about this very much, but I started doing some acting stuff after I did Edinburgh, and I really enjoyed like the being
cool.
more than just a stand-up
Hell yeah.
performing, like performing more serious-y stuff, even though I don't do
Yeah.
any serious stuff now. But I started acting stuff, and I got the first part I ever got that was like not by people I knew was I was cast in this short film, and I played the bartender of a strip club in Jersey. And so it was funny because like when they're doing lighting and stuff like that, it's all the girls who worked at the strip club, but we were filming at like 4 a.m, so they just all stayed all night. And so it was like all the actors are in a green room, which is actually the strippers' locker room. So they're in there hanging out wearing like barely anything, like bikinis basically. And then like the whole time it's like I'm doing like blocking with a stripper because I have to walk through the bar and she's dancing on the bar, and it's like it was so funny. But it was such a like I'm like, oh, this is the best. And it was also like complete film set, SAG set, like 40 people running around doing all these amazing jobs.
Oh wow.
And then I'm just trying to stand there and not trip on this stripper's shoes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Is that on Tubi?
That is not out yet, but I
Oh, okay.
guarantee I think if it becomes a feature, it'll get on Tubi for sure. It was
Hell yeah.
very, very well made. I haven't got to see it yet, but
Cool.
great
Well,
cast.
I'll keep an eye out. I'll
Yeah.
keep an eye out for that.
It's called
Yeah.
Wish You Were Here! Exclamation point, which is a bummer, only because there's about 500 other movies called Wish You Were Here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too common of
Yeah.
a name.
And this is a short film, so it's really not. You can't really like it's still doing the festivals and stuff. So
Okay. Well, I'll.
What is apparently on Tubi right now that everyone should watch is Southland Tales.
okay,
Yes.
I have
Yeah.
never seen it. Should I watch it?
It's my
Oh,
favorite
wow.
movie, but it's
Okay.
also one that I understand completely why 2 minutes
don't.
in someone go, I'm not watching the rest of this. No, thank you.
Yeah.
It is. It's a movie that predicted the future somehow in 2006. It was like people in 2006 weren't ready for the
No.
future that
I saw a like Blue Sky tweet or whatever the fuck that was. Everybody's joking that we're living in Idiocracy, but we're actually living in Southland Tales. And I
mean,
didn't get the joke very well.
accurate.
I mean, but I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds like something I'd watch.
Yeah,
It's
it
very
rules.
very accurate.
It's also, yeah, if you do watch it and you find yourself wondering what the fuck is happening, that's normal. I've watched it maybe 12 times and I understand maybe 50% of what's going on.
What year did it come out? Did it come out 05, 06, 07?
06, I think.
Okay.
Was the
Well,
official date, or 05.
It did canon 06, and then it didn't come out until 08 because they recut it.
Yeah.
And then it barely came out.
I
I
feel
think-
like I saw it. I feel like it was at the Blockbuster I worked at, but I stopped working there in 08,
Probably.
so it had been right at the end.
I feel like it came out exclusively to the previously viewed DVD shelf in
like
Blockbuster.
Yeah.
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 That's where I bought it.
They released it a little scratched up. Like,
Yeah. That's where I
fun.
bought it, and that was the first time I'd ever, because I followed the production, and then it just sort of disappeared, and
Yeah.
suddenly it was there, and I was like, well, I guess I have $10, so I'm buying this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I hated it, and then 10 years later I rewatched it, and was like, actually, this is really good, and it seems like they hooked my Microsoft Zune up to it and just got the soundtrack off there. So, lots of good things.
Yeah, that's fun. I
Yeah.
love that.
And
That is
it's a
the
little.
yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it's a little incomprehensible because it is
A little.
parts 4, 5, and 6 of a story, and the first 3 parts are told through a graphic novel that is out of publication and very difficult to find. So
Yeah.
That's love it. That's like
Yep.
I love all that crazy shit. That Marvel,
yeah,
without trying, they fucking got themselves in that mess so much. It's like, oh, you want to watch this new thing? Well, did you watch the 12 episodes of this show and this show and this show? Like, fuck, man, no, I didn't. I'm sorry.
can't watch Doomsday without rewatching Loki. Apparently,
That's what
Well.
I had a joke I was trying to do where I was like, do you think I'll understand the new Marvel movie if I haven't seen the last 21? I missed the last 21 by accident. Yeah, it's
I just had stuff going on.
yeah, I got busy. I get busy. I also
Yeah.
this is just popped in my head and we're having fun. But the joke of hey, have you guys seen it? Have you guys had any issues with General Hospital lately? I feel like the first 3,000 episodes were awesome, but these last couple have been a little wonky. Because I love
That's why I
the idea of if that was a real person. Oh, they've gone downhill ever since last week.
they were good up until then. It's
Yeah,
some of those
yeah.
soap operas are just so dense. I was like, if I even wanted to
Here's-
get into this, like how do you even approach
The thing
that?
you guys, I appreciate you guys moved the time back on this because I was helping on a thing that was filming today. I was running sound, and
Nice.
Yeah.
it was a vertical, like one of those like vertical horror series.
Oh, like a Quibi.
Very much like a Quibi, which stands for quick bite, I think.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
But it was fun. It felt all like a real production. I mean, it was a real full on production and everything, but it was funny because I've never had that experience where I didn't get a script. I wasn't on camera. So all I don't know anything, but they're talking to each other, and it's just like I felt like Alec Guinness when they were making Star Wars, where I'm like, they're just saying all these fucking words, and I have no idea. And I'm like mic'd up, so I'm hearing them in my headphones, and I'm like, I don't know, man. They kept talking about Crohn. Apparently, the bad guys are called Crohn, and I was just like, what? Is this guy got Crohn's disease? What's happening? But it was awesome, and I'm super excited to see that because those guys were cool, but it was really silly.
Hell yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
It doesn't all have to be weird teachers fucking children stories on those verticals.
Not always. Yeah.
Nah.
You can do other things. It's just, I think there is a lot to say. Speaking of Dawson's Creek, Pacey slept with one of his teachers, and he's like 15.
Sure did. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a
Third episode.
It's wild. And wait, you're 3 episodes in and you've already got there?
Yeah, on the third episode, he's like trying to seduce his teacher,
Fuck.
and then they like wake
That's
up.
wild.
Yeah. I was like, wow, they're really just going for it, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I know that later Joey sleeps with a professor. Also, spoiler.
Okay.
When they're in college, but that's a little okay.
Yeah, it's technically legal, whereas this, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think
Probably
they're
shouldn't
canonically 15.
Yeah. Teachers, if you're listening, don't fuck your kids, okay?
No.
Thank
It's
Jake Johnson in this movie wouldn't do that. He's a teacher.
He would
No.
never
Okay.
fuck those kids.
he'll
too
just
busy.
get high.
And then move
He's
back
too
from the
busy-
line.
He's busy not fucking Brie Larson. You kidding me?
Yeah. He's busy
That's-
smoking weed and digging holes and waving at gun he found around.
Yeah.
Just normal stuff that we all do.
Being
Sometimes
way too
you want to
cool.
dig so much,
Ugh.
you just don't have sex with Brie Larson because you'd rather just
Yeah.
dig.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like that character a lot, the Brie Larson. Oh, also, we never even mentioned this, that Anna Kendrick's character double dips stories. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
she
at the
shows
party
up
and
in
then
the.
I thought that was so funny the first time I saw it. I was like, what happened? Is she playing a second character? Is this like a Phoebe Ursula situation?
Yeah. But then
No,
she
it's it.
starts talking about how she doesn't really remember the night before very
Oh,
well.
yeah. She's like, I was at
'Cause,
some
yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's like,
a
well,
med student fixing
And
Orlando Bloom's head. It's very because she's so drunk and weird the night
uh-huh.
before. It's like I'm just like watching, like, oh man, don't Orlando
But
Bloom, don't trust
in
her
a
to
way,
stitch her head.
that is what it is. Like
yeah.
that shows it in a way that you don't usually see in things where it's like, yes, she's letting Chris Messina do coke off her foot the night before, but she's also got to just go to work the next day. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
really
it's
fun.
people aren't just like one thing. It's like, yeah, I guess you
Mm-mm.
can be both. You can be like the
Which
party
sucks.
girl doing coke.
Sometimes the one thing is like a bad person, and then the
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
thing is just the guy you have to be around. Ah, fucking hell!
There's
Really?
a ho- there's a horror movie where it's basically a nurse. It was directed by the guy that did Reanimator, and it's based on a true story. She gets really high after work and then hits a homeless guy who is lodged in the front window of her car, and then
Cool.
just
Yikes.
parks the car in her garage with him still lodged in there alive, and just like tries to go about her business while this guy is bleeding out in her windshield in her car. And
I remember hearing about the real story of that. I didn't know they
yeah,
made a movie. That sounds awesome.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a wild ride.
There's
Yeah,
a there's an
Probably on
this,
Tubi.
it might
there's an
be. Let's see.
Australian movie. I don't know the title, like always, starring Elizabeth Banks, and she plays an Australian doctor who pushes like a colleague, but she's like, it's a teaching hospital. She pushes a
Mhm.
colleague to do something in a surgery that accidentally kills somebody, and it's
Gosh.
kind of a freak thing, but it is real. And then it's all about her life kind of fizzling, like kind of flailing out of control. I didn't finish it because apparently she kills a dog in it, and I'm like, I can't
Oh,
do that.
Oh,
yeah.
no good.
Yeah, I'm married to that goddamn "Does the dog die" website.
Yeah.
Even in this, they talk about the cat putting their cat down. I had to fast forward it.
Oh, yeah. That was a interesting conversation. Because so we are coming off of we thought my brother's cat was going to die the past 2 weeks,
Oh
and
boy,
it was
that's
like right during our big vacation down to Utah to see our family. So my brother cut his part of the trip short to come back.
hmm
And then the day he came, because she just stopped eating for like a week, and
yeah.
she's old and thin.
Mhm.
And then he came back, and she just started eating wet food again. So she's fine,
Back
I
on the.
guess.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's good news. Good to
Let's
hear.
yeah,
fucking go. Uh
yeah. But like we were kind of having that conversation of like, do we put her
yeah.
down? Do we
It's
have?
that is
Yeah,
a very real part
Yeah.
of being an
yeah,
adult, but I don't want to watch that in a movie.
yeah,
Like you have those conversations in life. That sucks. I don't
yeah.
want to.
It was not a
Oh.
fun,
I say that,
but
and then I
luckily,
also have like a whole script written about like planning somebody's funeral and shit, and I'm like, well, people know what's happening.
Oh,
There
so
was I
I just looked up real quick the movie I was talking about. It's called
hmm
Stuck because the guy's
Oh,
stuck in,
Mhm.
and it is indeed on Tubi right
love
now.
it. I'm gonna watch
Let's
that.
go.
I'll probably
Watch
watch it tonight.
Stuck.
Yeah,
Now
There's a
it's
it's good.
there's a lot of random ass. I really like a lot of Canadian movies on there on Tubi. There's one called White Lie. That's really it's on Tubi. It's a Canadian short, like independent film, not short, not a short film, feature length, but it's really good, and it's about a woman. It's about a college girl who's lying about having cancer, and in the process
Oh,
of doing one of those frauds with GoFundmes and all this kind of shit.
Mhm.
And it's really good because it shows just the spiral and how
Yeah.
it's like watching like like at the circus, like a bear running on a ball. It's like that. You're
Mhm.
just waiting for the fall to the. It was
Yeah.
good.
Okay, yeah, it's got the girl from Hannibal that was the serial killer's daughter.
Spoiler.
Okay.
That's great.
Well,
I haven't seen that.
yeah.
But it's really good.
I
Yeah.
you mentioned Does the Dog Die? I found out about a movie and I'm interested in what they'd have to say about it. There's like an animated British movie from the early 80s called The Plague Dogs, which I don't know if you've heard of it. The premise is it takes the main characters are these two dogs who are in like a facility where like they do animal experimentations.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I watched the beginning. I was like, I don't know if I can make it all the way through because the
Yeah.
beginning is like they're like basically letting a dog swim until it can't swim anymore, and then as it like is going under the water, it's like they'll take it out and be like, oh, like I wonder if he'll ever figure out if he just pretend So that dog and another dog escape, and then it becomes a problem because apparently like these dogs have the plague.
Uh-oh.
And so
Well,
they're
that's
like going
kind of
around,
fun.
going on adventures. But I guess it becomes pretty harrowing. But
Yeah.
an animated movie from the 80s. I guess based on a book. But
That's
By the
funny.
guy that wrote Watership Down,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
also a dark animal book.
Watership Down's depressing as shit. The Secret of
Yeah.
Nim freaks me out.
yeah, we'll see if
my
Plague
God.
Dogs is on the Does the
Yeah.
Dog Die website.
I had a
It's just-
situation where, for the first time, there's a series that we just finished watching today. It was a limited series, The Beast Within Me, Beast in Me, or something. And I looked at it. It was the first time I looked it up on Does the Dog Die, and there was like 14% says yes, whatever 70 whatever says no, and I'm like, how the fuck can it be divided? And like no dogs die. Like that is a fact or not a fact thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is was a Does the Dog Die? Simply put, if you are deeply disturbed by any depiction of animal cruelty, do not watch this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'll probably
that
pass on
sounds
that
about
one.
right for
Yeah.
the Plague Dogs.
I can't watch anything sad, man. It crushes me. Like
Yeah.
killing of a sacred deer? No, thank you. I can't watch that deer die.
I I love that movie.
I do too.
But,
I think the movie's fantastic.
It's a good move.
Obsession with the cat right at the beginning. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Fast
is
forward.
Oh, that's hard.
Fucking,
That's
fucking,
tough.
what's it called? And that is one of those things too that I hated. I'm like, that's such a shock, such a trope, like an
Yeah.
anti-trope. Save the cat, It's just like there's like fucking I used to count. I don't know anymore, but there was like 15 different TV shows where a dog is killed in the first episode, and like
Jeez.
it's nuts. Like a lot of like
Yeah.
drama series is a dog is killed in the first. Like American Psycho, there's a dog killed really early, and you're like, Jesus. It's just a way to like, this fucker's gonna be sick. We don't care about
just
animals at all.
Everything's it's
Yeah.
like nothing is off limits. We just killed the dog. What are you gonna do with that? It's like I don't know. Watch something else probably.
Yeah.
It would be funny if like the Rugrats did that, like in their first episode. They shoot like the house cat.
Spike's dead. Spike gets
Yeah.
murked.
Yeah.
And the
Tommy
rest
does
of
deal
the
with it because he's a baby.
The rest of the show is Chucky just dealing with the trauma while everyone else
Yeah.
does baby stuff around him.
Mm-hmm. That'd be great.
That's the Rugrats reboot right there.
Little Dill at one point comes in wearing the skin and he's got the blood all over his face and shit.
I would watch that
That's
Rugrats.
pretty good.
Wouldn't we all? I don't know. Circling back to some digging with fire or for fire. A detail I liked was because it turns out like Orlando Bloom is like a chef.
Yeah.
And
He
he's
runs the
making-
place. Yeah.
He runs, like so he's making food for Rosemary DeWitt, and she's making steaks and she orders it medium well, and it seems like he's judging her for that.
Totally, because he would.
I thought that was really funny.
Yeah. He also does like a funny laugh there where he's seasoning the steak and she's not, there's nothing to laugh at, but he kind of like giggles a little. And I was like, is he giggling because he's pretending to be a chef? That's funny.
It's like, look at me go.
I like her evening because she went to that restaurant thing. She
Yeah.
left once he got a bloody head, went to Anna Kendrick's, and then they went back to the bar and it's closed now, and it's a restaurant or whatever. And like, I just think that's back and forth and stuff. And I really respect Rosemary DeWitt's willingness to have conversations with Uber drivers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
She's
that
ready
was
to talk.
really fun. Yeah.
One of like, and the second one like has all these nice profound things to say.
Mhm.
And I was thinking about my Uber driver on Thursday on my way to the airport, who told me that she got a refund on a hamburger because didn't have lettuce on it, and she wanted lettuce, and because apparently she doesn't have the news where she lives, and so she had to eat a
Oh.
sandwich that she wasn't expecting to eat already in the day, and that was the whole conversation. I was like,
Oh
I
my
don't know what to
God.
do with this.
I love it. I fucking I understand that you shouldn't willingly do it, but I've had a lot of times where the Uber driver starts talking and I'm in the mood where I'm like, yeah, let's go. And like I've heard crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
One time an Uber driver was telling me about how the day before he picked up a guy in the financial district who offered him like a couple $1,000s to drive him to South Carolina because
Wow.
he
Oh,
like
wow.
that day right then because
Mhm.
he was supposed to send something for his job there, like something important, and if it didn't get there and it was too late to overnight it or whatever, and the guy did it. He paid for all the gas. He bought meals, and then I think he got him a hotel on the way. I think they got a hotel, or I think the Uber driver got a hotel and he stayed or flew back or something. But I just thought it was such a like so funny. And then one
We
time,
had
yeah,
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind driving for the few $1,000.
yeah. If that's what you're gonna be doing anyway, do
Yeah.
circles
Yeah.
around Manhattan or drive on the highway. You know.
I was in a Uber once I was heading to go see Smashing Pumpkins with my friend, and we got caught in traffic with our driver, and then he started telling us about how he had seen 311 11 times in 1 year, and they
Whoa.
were his favorite band, and one of the times he had a psychotic break, and that's how he learned he was bipolar, was through the magic of 311's music.
What song?
So,
Oh, is it
he
Jack
didn't
O'Lantern's Weather? Because that would be awesome.
he didn't say, but yeah, that would have been but
That's
yeah, he was like
cool.
yeah, he had a lot of 311 stories. It was fun.
I love 311. I grew up right outside Omaha, so I kind of have to.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. It's your
love that
culture.
story. Yeah.
Mhm.
Love
Yeah.
that
That's
story.
great. I took an Uber once to like a job interview, and it was like a whole ordeal to get there because I was at grad school living in LA. The job interview was in like San Diego County, so
Oh,
I didn't
fuck.
have a car, so I took the
Yeah.
train down to San Diego County. Then I had to take an Uber to the job interview, and the guy who Ubered me there turned out to be like a very intense like Christian guy.
Oh,
Because we started talking
Mm.
like you seem normal enough. He's like, you know why there's so many like school shootings, all these problems like that going on in our country? I'm like, I don't know. Like you tell me. It's like, well, it all started when they took the Bibles out of public schools and just going off on that. I'm like, oh no, this
yeah.
is. I'm just trying to interview for like I was an internship that I didn't know how I would go
Yeah.
to since I was living in LA and it was in San Diego County. But I'm just like, I already got enough stress going on.
Yeah.
I don't need this in my life.
That reminds me of
Hey,
Sam Evans has a joke about being in an elevator and somebody just like this guy just leans over to him that he doesn't know and goes, I don't think my son loves me anymore. And then the joke Sam goes, no, small talk. You make small talk in the elevator. That's how I feel if somebody fucking asks me, you know why there's so many school shootings?
You tell me, man.
Yeah.
I don't
I,
know.
I,
does the
wa- my favorite, the funniest thing in an Uber, one of the funniest things, I'm in an Uber too much, but one of the funnier things in an Uber was back in the pre-pandemic, the way old Uber pool was, I was in it, and then we picked up another person, and we picked up a woman in front of a funeral home, and she got in with like a box, like a tote, and she was leaving her loved one's funeral with all the stuff. So she was obviously important at this funeral. She wasn't just at the funeral, and she was just sobbing the entire time, like loud crying, sobbing. And then she got dropped off first, and she got dropped off. And as soon as she got dropped off, the driver like looked up in the rearview mirror and was like, "Buddy." And I was like, "You're right. Yeah, I was here. I saw it."
Bad
Oh,
vibes from. I mean,
yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
bad vibes from the funeral, but like
Yeah.
I feel like the end of kind of Rosemary DeWitt's story is very, I don't know, fun and whimsical, and I enjoyed that because they have their moment on the beach where they kiss, and then
Yeah.
she's like, actually, no, thank you, and then all of a sudden, like Jane Addams is there with the telescope, is like, you want to see Saturn, and she
Yeah.
goes to see
Yeah.
Saturn, and it looks freaking cool. I'm like, man,
It
that's
really
awesome.
feels like she thought like, and there was a moment where she thought maybe what I need is to fuck Orlando Bloom, but then
Right?
she
Yeah,
was like, no, I needed to see Saturn. Like
that's why
that
I'm
was
here to see
uh
the like rediscover the magic of the universe.
I love the way they cut in on the on the Saturn.
Yeah.
It doesn't, I don't know why, but it gave me the same feeling of in Life Aquatic when they show that magical starfish thing.
Oh,
And it's like
yeah.
they cut to it for a second and it's just it's not the same, but like I feel like in the moment it gave me the same feeling.
Yeah.
Which is fucking sick. I love the idea of seeing Saturn.
Yeah.
It made me want to go to a telescope and look at Saturn because
Totally.
I've never seen the rings before with my own eyes. So.
I was
Yeah.
just my wife and I were down in Virginia with her family for a family reunion, and it was cool. There was a nice, not, I don't know if it was expensive, but it was like a nice big telescope, and I was like, this is gonna be awesome. But we were in the Smoky Mountains, and you couldn't there was
Ooh,
never a chance to see the sky.
Oh.
bummer.
But it would have been, yeah, I was hoping.
Yeah. I was taken aback by how big the Saturn was in just that
Yeah.
telescope.
Yeah.
But then it occurred to me that pretty much every time we've seen Saturn, it's been through a telescope. So
Yeah.
it could be bigger. Could be
Yeah.
bigger.
Fair enough. Fair
Have
enough.
you guys seen the movie If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You?
Yes.
I
Loved
kind of
it.
was like, felt like she was gonna pass spoiler Rose Byrne running into the water. Like it felt like I was being shot on the same beach at the same
Yeah.
time, even though they weren't, but very much.
So he continues digging
Mhm.
and he finds a ring, which is
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
But then he finds the remains of a human hand.
He finds the
Yeah,
hand,
hand.
and that is when it clicks.
That breaks. That snaps him back into
Yeah.
reality. It's like, oh
Yep.
crap! Like, because
Yeah.
I forget he's having a conversation with someone, and it's
The
like
neighbor.
basically like, yeah, it's
Mhm.
like no matter what you find, like it's gonna not like there's no good ending to this.
Yeah. That neighbor guy was crazy too. Like that was a really fun little scene
Oh
when
yeah.
he's like, you know what you find out there. And then he's just kind of like, yep.
And he looks like American Brian Cox.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like that part, and I like the ceremonial of him rebearing all that stuff, and then also
Yeah.
bearing the jacket and the stocking cap and thing, like the
Yeah.
pieces of the Sam Rockwell character and stuff.
Yeah.
He's doesn't need that anymore.
Yeah, Ray's
Yeah.
coat and beanie. Yeah, because he does wear Ray's clothes at one point, and
Mhm.
Mike Birbiglia is
Yeah.
like, "You just look like Ray. What's going on?"
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
And then that's kind of
And
mirrored with Rosemary DeWitt because she has like a leather jacket and like is pretty much dressed the exact same as Orlando Bloom.
It's like the
Yep.
same shade of blue.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. Are they dressed like who they wish they were? But is
Yeah.
that
hmm
Brie Larson in the dress? Maybe wishing she had a stable wife life instead of
Yeah.
digging holes with strange men.
Those
it's all
nipples just poking out.
cosplaying as who they want to be.
Yeah.
The
This.
I loved the thing that I feel like isn't always in these movies. The wrap up the button at the
Mhm.
end. I think it
Yeah.
really works in this, which you don't always get in one of these improvised style movies, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
even some of the other Swanbergs, yeah, like a lot of these
Mhm.
just kind of end. It's just kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, there could have been another scene, but I guess this is where they chose. Yeah, this has a nice denouement of them, yeah, coming back together, and like you mentioned earlier, like
Mhm.
the nice voiceover, them going to breakfast, and
And
yeah,
that table for
that
no
table.
fucking reason.
What's the mystery of the table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We mentioned this before. What there's a conversation that what Brie Larson and Jake Johnson has. They're talking about ayahuasca. So like we've reached 2015, so now ayahuasca is like more in the
A thing, yeah.
zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Also,
Is
I
that when
feel
you?
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, Steve, is that when you did ayahuasca? I don't remember. I just remember you
Oh
telling me
gosh,
about it later.
it's either 2017, 2018. I did it, I guess 5 or 6 times between like 20. I think yeah, 20 either 28 late 2017 to early
I think the
2019.
reason you can't remember is the 5 or
Maybe.
6 times.
Yeah, perhaps.
Think it's all the other drugs, all the other weed.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you
But
go
no,
down
yeah,
to, like, South America, or did you do it, like, in LA or whatever?
I did it. So they're not supposed to like proselytize or whatever, but there is like a church from Brazil that is like an ayahuasca church,
Mhm.
and it's only allowed in the States because of like religious
Yeah.
freedom stuff. And there's strangely a community in Southern Oregon where my wife grew up and spent a lot of time about 10 years ago, and then we connected with people who lived in LA who also did that.
That's
So it'd
crazy.
be
That's cool.
do so it was a little strange because like a lot of it is centered around like these around like music, and all the music is in Portuguese because it's from Brazil. So like my wife lived in Brazil and speaks Portuguese, so that was kind of like her interest in
Mhm.
it, and then I'm just there like trying to sing Portuguese while tripping on
That's
ayahuasca. I'm like,
funny.
I don't know how this is supposed to happen, like I don't know how this is supposed to go.
That's awesome. I
But
love that.
yeah, saw what the had a joker that bugged me, and then a bear came and mauled it. What else happened? Oh, I was my grandpa was on a ship that got attacked in World War II, and there was like
Oh
I like went
wow.
back to that once because like
Oh,
everyone around
wow.
me was like getting really hit really hard, and they were like puking and moaning,
Mhm.
and then it just all of a sudden just like, oh, like I'm with my grandpa in the war.
I see,
Had a
I dream very vividly, and I remember them, and I also have reoccurring dreams, like,
right, yeah.
almost like TV shows, like storylines,
Hmm.
kind of.
Oh no,
And I also have a lot of, not serious trauma, but, like, unresolved relationships with people who, like, passed away, and then you're kinda like,
yeah,
"Oh," or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and so I am too scared for mushrooms and ayahuasca and all that stuff because I'm afraid that since I am afraid of those things, that's going to be where I'll come from. And I'll like instead
right,
of
yeah.
getting to be with my grandpa on Omaha Beach, I'll be with my uncle at the end and he'll be like asking me, "Why did you say that thing? That thing you said was so fucking weird."
Oh god, yeah. That's That's the thing, yeah, it's kind of the ego death confronting, like,
Yeah.
the dark corners. Yeah, that's
You
haven't
don't
been
need
too
to
many
yeah, you this doesn't have to be
psychedelics
a Shane
recently.
Moss podcast or
Yeah.
anything. I just
No,
think
no, yeah.
that's awesome.
He's wild. That story, I think I can't remember if it was on You Made It Weird. He talked about he did so much ayahuasca that he just, like, started, like, seeing, like, portals on the street, and, like, homeless guys would come up to him and it's like, "Did you just see that portal?" And it's like, "Oh, crap, we can both see it." And then, like, he got put, like, into,
Oh,
like,
God.
Yeah.
he got like put into a facility because like he
Yeah.
like broke his brain. Like his like
Wait, who was
so
this?
Shane Moss, the comic.
Shane Moss, yeah.
Oh, oh yeah, he was doing a lot of like mushroom type.
Yeah, he was very
Yeah.
he broke both he's the guy that broke both his legs, right? While rock climbing and then like
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
slid down a mountain on his ass.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh
But it's
boy.
yeah. So now I feel like I that was like the time like people were started talking
There
about
was
on
a time in
podcasts ayahuasca.
all of our lives where we were really into
Yeah.
Iowa ska. Mine was in high
Yeah.
school. I loved
Yeah.
cyclohexane. I loved that one band from Omaha that would play show. I'm doing a ska joke.
Okay.
I don't know if that I'm doing an Iowa ska. Yep.
Ah,
I don't think it
Very,
worked.
very niche. Very
Yeah.
niche. We dig it. I feel like ayahuasca has kind of gotten ruined by like Aaron Rodgers and like all the
Yeah.
tech bros doing it. It's like, well, if all
yeah,
these Silicon Valley assholes are doing it and they're just still soulless ghouls, then
Evil.
like
Yeah.
what good is this? Like, I guess it doesn't bring
yeah,
enlightenment if you don't want it to. If you're just some dickhead who's like, well, we just gotta like just burn the world with fire. I need my data
Yeah.
center.
I
That's
think
maybe
we're
what World
done.
told me.
Do you ever think that we're done, that it's over, and just some of these rich scientist people got word already, and so they're just like, that's why they're fine with killing everybody and wanting everybody to die, because they know there's only like 8 days left or something? I think of this shit all the
yeah,
time. I'll get in like these serious, like, I don't really, I'm not a, the way I think of it is pre anxiety medication. I was like, we're all fucked. We're
Mhm.
doomed.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
post medication, I'm like, hey, we're all fucked. We are doomed. Like, it's, but I'll have these conversations with like my friend Gideon, like, Gideon
Mhm.
Hambright,
yeah,
and I'll be like, you ever think about this? And he's like, nope. And I'm like, oh, that's because you have 2 kids that are young.
You
That's
don't have
why you
time.
can't go into this.
yeah,
If you start to think about this, everything is going to start losing its wheels.
yeah,
I hope it's not the end. At least because like there's like some movies coming out this month I'd like to see. I'd like to
Sure,
see
yeah.
yeah,
Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma and the end of
That
Oak
looks good.
Street. I'd like to see
yeah,
those before I go.
Yeah.
yeah.
I have plane tickets for the end of August. But then as soon as that's over, fucking take me, Lord. That's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if we want to. Yeah, any last thoughts on the digging for fire?
This is the first time in a long time where I've rewatched a movie that wasn't like huge.
Mhm.
And within the same like couple months I watched it the first time. And I enjoyed it just as much the second time, which I thought was really interesting. I really thought I was gonna find a bunch of shit I didn't like.
Mhm.
Or my wife was gonna point out something that I just hadn't noticed, and then I was gonna be like, "Oh, you're 100% right. This sucked." But it really held up in a way that I think is cool. So
Yeah,
that was
it's
my
just like a
parting
nice
shot.
nice hang. Like all the
Mhm.
actors are
Yeah.
affable. And, like I like all these people. Like I think like clearly like between what like Nights and Weekends was 2008. This is 2015. So I guess Joe Swanberg made about like 50,000 movies in that
Yeah,
time.
he's
So
got 1,100 movies.
so
Uh,
he's honed his skills more. So it's just like, oh yeah, like I like the soundtrack. It's kind of like a
Yeah,
nice light synth, and it's just it's just
yeah.
like a good hang. And I'm just like, oh yeah, and there's like at least it's fairly plot light, like, but it's still like, oh, there's enough happening, like
yeah.
enough momentum, and it's just like
There's
this very self-contained small movie, but doesn't feel quite as aimless as some of
yeah.
like his stuff that we haven't liked as much. It was like, okay, like this actually
Yeah.
has some direction and conflict and like you said, a resolution. Like it feels like, oh yeah, it's like this is like a grown-up movie.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
good
got
job, Joe.
another one coming out, or maybe it already has, but Joe Swanberg's newest movie with Jake Johnson and Dakota Johnson? No, Dakota Fanning.
Yeah.
And that looks, I've really liked that trailer. I think that looks really good. And so
It's
I'm hoping that that'll be kind of like the way that I felt when I saw Baltimoreans, where I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We are getting really cool, thoughtful movies still.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like his first movie like in 6 years. So that's again
Yeah.
a change of pace for him.
Yeah.
Before that movie was publicized, like maybe a year ago or whatever, I looked him up and I saw that, and my initial thought was, he got canceled. Like, what happened? Is he the guy that beat up Anna Kendrick? What happened here?
Nope.
Yeah.
He just beat up Devin Faraci. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. So like a good
which we
beating
love.
up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
Few people have earned it more than Devin Faraci. I wish I could find the footage of that. I
Yeah.
spent way too much time looking for that today.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It's gotten scrubbed. But yeah, I guess Greg, what's your
No.
how do you like this one compared to our other Swanberg entries in the series?
This one, it made sense why the couple was together, and I didn't hate
Mhm.
them. And it felt like there was like thematic depth that hadn't really been in some of his other ones. And also, I just like the idea of digging up a gun and a bone. I
Yeah.
think those are the
Yeah.
two most interesting things to find in the
Mhm.
ground.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It made me want
Can
to
I
get the shovel out.
when you guys are so your guys' show, I love this. I've only listened to a little bit of a couple episodes just because I'm stupid, but I love the idea of it and everything. I love the movies you guys have talked about. What is going to come after Mumblecore? Because I don't see the genres, and I think the way you guys are. What is another one, or what have you guys thought of that, or mapped
Oh,
it out?
we have years planned out for this.
Okay, great. I love
We
it.
have about 5 years mapped
You have
out. I guess.
phases.
Yeah.
This is the Marvel
Oh
universe
yeah,
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
So
pretty
it's
much.
Can you
we're good.
spoil like what's next, or
Yeah, we'll tease since we're getting to the end of it.
yeah?
We're kind of saying in a similar milieu because we're doing Mumble Gore. So we're gonna
Okay.
be again. I think
Yeah.
like Duplass brothers showing up
Mhm.
again. I guess Swanberg did a section of VHS, and we're gonna be
Yep.
covering that. So
And
that'll
he's
be a
in your
nice.
next, which
And he's
I'm
in your
really looking
next.
forward. Yeah.
Mhm.
Excited.
Very
And
cool.
so we got that kind of
Yeah.
the original idea for this, like when I was thinking about it, was like kind of mumblecore, kind of like, oh, like I want to. No one's talking about these movies. Let's talk about these
Yeah.
movies. And then the other one was
Yeah.
like kind of Tarantino ripoffs from the '90s. Kind of like, oh, like
Oh.
that's just kind of fun. So that's
Okay. Yeah.
so that's kind of. And then there is like looking at our list, like a lot of '90s based things because
Mhm.
maybe that that's when we're coming of age
Yeah.
watching movies. So it's like, of course we're gonna watch
Yeah.
'90s kids sports movies. Like, of course we're gonna watch.
Yeah.
Totally.
90s retro TV remakes. Like
Love it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys aren't. So my podcast, which we do an episode once a year now, roughly. We that's kind of like what we do. Like I think
Mhm.
Greg, you did it a million years ago, I assume. The Nostalgic Front. Like
No, you guys started that around the time that I was phasing out and
oh
getting ready
fuck,
to move.
that sucks. You would
Yeah.
have been a perfect guest. But we had guests forever, but then eventually after the pandemic, it just became me and my friend Brandon Ream
Mhm.
talking about
Yeah.
pop culture stuff. And we would do that where we'd go like the topic was movies that came out in the year 2000. And then we would just run down the list and talk about all of them. And you're like, oh, like it was just so fun. It was such a
Yeah.
literally a
Yeah.
nostalgic thing. So I think that's great. Like the idea of like all of those like big Gary Brockheimer and Michael Bay action flicks
Mhm.
in the 90s and stuff. Like, yeah,
Oh yeah.
you guys got
Yeah,
this. This is
I
great.
think it's both a fun way to like revisit stuff that we like because sometimes it's like, oh, I want to talk about this movie. Can we make a series around it?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And then other
and also
times it's
yeah.
like filling in gaps. Like with Mumblecore, it's like, oh, like I hadn't seen like the early like Safdie brothers movies or like
Yeah,
Medicine
I've
for
never seen the
Melancholy.
Safdie that you guys watched. I have never seen that one.
And then
It
we
is.
watched it and loved it. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
So half of it's just an excuse to watch stuff that I haven't seen, and the other half's I think just an excuse to rewatch stuff that we like or that's
Yeah.
interesting.
And something that I think is cool about when we did this on our show and stuff is you guys at some point, maybe you already have, but you'll go back and watch some movie that you've seen a million times, you love it, it's a blah, but when you watch it through the more review, I'm watching this for the podcast,
Yeah.
you'll notice that I
Yeah.
remember when I went back when we did an episode about The Last Starfighter, and like I watched it like as I tried to watch it as like new eyes as I could. And I loved it just the same, but I was like, what? There's a lot of little things that I never really put together because it was just something on in the background for so long, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's I think a really cool thing you guys will get out of this also.
There are some of these I'm very curious to see if my child brain was right about. Like I remember loving McHale's Navy. There's no way
Oh,
that
yeah.
movie's good,
No
but I
way
guess I'll
that's
find
good.
out.
Is that
It's
the
got
one with
Bruce
Kelsey?
Campbell in it.
Is
It's
that
got
the
Bruce
Kelsey
Campbell in
Grammer?
it, so no,
No,
that's
that
Don
was
Periscope.
Dan. Yeah.
Tom Periscope, you're right. Yeah.
This
Who was
had
in
Tom
it?
Arnold.
Tom Arnold, yeah. Tom
Yeah.
Arnold's I mean, he's got a lot of fucking weird ass movies. He was in
Oh yeah.
House Arrest. He was in Carpool. He was in. We just
The
watched it
Stupids. Love the
the other night.
Stupids
We
back
watched
in the
True
day.
Lies,
Oh yeah,
and he's in
he's
that.
Yeah.
awesome in that.
True
Which he
Lies
has
rules.
one of the funniest lines in any movie ever. Is when he's like talking about his ex-wife. He moved out. She took everything. She took the ice trays out of the freezer. What kind of sick bitch takes the ice trays out of the freezer? Just the funniest. Also from
So,
Iowa.
uh,
Oh.
in pre 9/11, I followed this website called Coming Attractions, and they would like do set reports and all that. I was obsessed with it.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, they were teasing that True Lies 2 was getting ready to film. They had a script, and their big scoop was Tom Arnold grew the sideburns back. Filming's going to start soon. And then 9/11 happened,
Yep.
and they're like, we don't feel comfortable making this movie anymore.
They
So it just never
ruined it.
happened.
I love him or hate him. Osama bin Laden did a lot of fucked up stuff. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Real mixed
Bad
bag.
guy.
Yeah.
What did the Terry? What's it? The great tweet from I think Terry Rozier. That was like, damn, like because it's like Osama bin Laden was 6'7". It's like he should have hooped or something
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah. Oh, The
Ah,
Stupids, just circling back to that, that is my stepdad, my very Mormon stepdad's favorite movie,
that's
The
fucking
Stupids.
crazy.
That's you know the words to "I'm my own grandpa" by heart.
Oh my god, I cannot
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
you mentioned that.
Yeah.
So I am from a family. There is not inbreeding, but there is a little situation where I have a cousin who's my cousin on both sides of my family. Now it's because people married later, like second marriages. There's no blood mixtures, but
Okay.
he would be at both sides of my. And so when I was a kid, everybody would like my family thought it was so funny. They'd always say, "I'm my own grandpa" to me, like make fun of that to me because my cousin Jason had nothing to do with me. It was Jason.
Yeah.
He was on both sides of my family, which fucking was weird. Still is to this day.
So he's his own cousin in a weird
Yeah.
way.
Sort of.
In a
That's
very weird
He's
way.
my cousin
wild.
because his mom.
Yeah.
His mom is my grandpa's sister, my dad's sister, and his dad is my mom's uncle. Yeah.
Oh, the cousin I lived with in New York is kind of like that. Like my grandpa and grandma, like their relatives got married.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Sometimes
So
that
yeah.
happens. Not fucking
Yeah.
fair. I
Yeah.
liked
It's
that
totally
apartment.
legal.
That
Yeah.
apartment you had was cool.
Yeah, you may have met him.
Yeah.
He was probably on the computer.
I probably did. I like that
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, it
Oh.
was a nice. I could not believe how little that place cost me.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic,
All right.
guys. This has been a blast.
Yeah.
I did this whole thing on one can of Poppy.
Hell
Oh, nice.
yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well, we got our segment though. And then we got our
Oh yeah. It's
our
yes.
only segment.
yeah. It's Steve, what did you watch this week?
I was able to see a couple things. I saw Toy Story 5, which
Oh.
I thought was fun. Probably not necessary, but you know, Woody and the gang loved Conan in it. It's very funny. Yeah, just kind of a good time. And then last night the Portland Art Museum started like doing like these film program things, and I'd been wanting to go to one and finally got the chance and went and saw Picnic at Hanging Rock last night.
Oh wow.
Oh
And
yeah.
and loved it, but the problem, and I guess not all the seats in this way, but the seats where my wife and I were sitting were so terrible that just like as the movie ended and I'm just like my ass hurts so bad.
Yeah.
Like it was like to the point where I'm like I don't know if I can like see another movie here, like
Yeah.
unless. And like I looked it up, and I guess they were saying like, oh, like there's some seats that the incline is better, and it's like not because like what I think today, because they're doing a bunch of 1975 movies, so that's why they were showing a Picnic at Hanging Rock. So like today they were showing like Barry Lyndon and Nashville. I'm like, if I try
Oh.
to see either movie. It's like I just would have died. Like my legs just would have
Yeah.
fallen
Yeah.
off. Like these 3-hour movies. But other than the seats, like it was good popcorn, like good vibes, and just like picnic and Hanging
Oh,
Rock
yeah.
was really cool to see. Just kind of, I thought it was, I enjoyed it. It's,
Awesome.
I guess a classic for a
Oh,
reason.
good.
It's
Yeah.
it's real good.
Yeah.
Patrick, what did you watch this week?
I watched. I'm going backwards through my whatever. So I just finished watching all of the James Bond movies.
Okay.
I had never seen them all. I'd seen like clips of some and stuff. I just finished watching all of them this week, so I felt no time to die. I watched all but 2 of them on YouTube because some guy put every movie on YouTube, and it's just 13 parts, 8 minutes apiece. And
Oh.
I don't understand how they're still hanging around, but I watched Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace or whatever was on Amazon. So I watched them on Amazon. The rest were all just YouTube watches.
Mhm.
And it was really fun because there were some that I thought were supposed to be awesome that were terrible. And then
Yeah.
I thought the watermark was a lot higher across the board, and it isn't. It is a lot of bad movie.
No.
Yeah. And then I also saw I saw the Spider-Man movie, and I thought it was all right. Like
Yeah.
it was fine.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I love Spider-Man. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I'll do this one.
I honestly think
Theater.
it was a lot better than I expected.
Okay.
And I think it was. I saw somebody else said this in a review, but it was like there wasn't any of that. Look at this thing, and then the fans go crazy and clap for half an hour, like in the last one. Like it was just
Okay.
straight story, and I think it did a good job of it. But it still is the 30th Marvel movie, so it's like still kind of boring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that stuff was specifically what I hated about the last one, so that's good to hear.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. Oh, I was on vacation, so I didn't have a lot of time, but I did drag people to the new Evil Dead
Okay.
Burn. I wish it was a little bit funnier, but God, it was gnarly. I
Yeah?
rarely have to like turn my head away from the screen, and that one like at least 3 times, so I loved that.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we went to go see Her Private Hell, and we were
Oh,
apparently
yeah.
the only people that went to go see it. And
Yeah.
I understand why people don't like that movie. I get it. It was right in my Q zone, though. I loved every second of it. Ask me to explain what if I couldn't explain it with a gun to my head, like what happened in that movie, but I know I loved it.
I love that actress, Sophie whatever.
Yeah.
She's great. And she's on I love Yellow Jackets, that show.
Yeah.
I'm a little iffy on that director. I never got into Drive the way everybody else did and stuff. And he's got a couple other movies that have hot pink logos that I've never seen. But
Yeah.
I thought that the trailer looked interesting at least. So cool.
It's wild. I like his other movies that everyone else seems to hate, so
That's fun.
maybe I'm his entire target audience. I don't
Yeah.
know. But I loved it.
I saw
So,
something like an interview with him where something happened where he almost died recently in the last like year or two.
yeah.
Oh wow.
And it changed everything in his brain.
Oh
Yeah,
damn.
Supposedly that's kind of what this movie's about. It was
Yeah.
him processing that, which makes sense with like kind of when we were standing outside hitting our jewels trying to figure out what the fuck we just watched.
Yeah.
Like my friend that understands Japanese folktales a little bit more than the rest of us kind of broke it down, and it made sense, but you would have to ask her what that meant because
Nah, I'm
that
probably not gonna ask her.
probably yeah. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
That's
Um,
yeah, awesome.
But yeah, good stuff. Liked them both.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that is it. So I will thank you for being so generous with your time. Thanks for
Oh,
coming
thank
to
you.
do
No,
this.
thank you
This
guys
was
for having me. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Thank you,
love
Ben. It's been fun.
I
Yeah.
love talking about movies. And this was a blast. Anytime if you guys ever have another, let me know. I don't know if you're going to do
Absolutely.
repeat guests. You don't have to.
Oh, we are,
We
and you're
will.
on the list.
Yeah. Can I plug a movie?
Absolutely.
Of course.
There's a really great movie that I think you guys both would like if you haven't already seen it, called Funny Pages. You know this
Okay.
movie?
I remember it coming out and thinking I gotta watch that, and then life
It's
happened.
really good. I really, really loved it. It's got a real Safdies vibe. I think maybe one of the Safdies produced. But
Yeah.
what's really cool about it is, Greg, I'm sure you remember Steve Whalen, Mr. Jokes. There's
Yes.
a photo because the director of that knew Steve somehow, and there's one scene where there's a photo of Steve prominent. And that
Oh.
I mean that was just awesome. I found that out watching it. I didn't know other people had talked about it, but and so that was cool. Steve was a comic in New York that was great that passed away
Ye-
way too young.
Oh,
But it was just kind
Real
of a
nice
really
guy.
cute
Yeah.
surprise, yeah. But I just think it's great, and it feels like it's in that same element of I think you guys probably enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I will bump
And
that
your
up on
fans,
the
everybody
list.
listening, I think it's a good movie, and I
Yeah.
think more eyes need to see it.
I will.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, check it out. Not
Funny
familiar with it, but
Pages.
looks promising.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. I will thank Nicholas Don Smith for our wonderful art, and Lumbermouth for our editing and theme song, which exists.
Nice.
And I would like to thank you and myself, Steve, for giving ourselves this opportunity. And of course, the audience who continues to show up week after week and surprise me with numbers that are going up instead of down, which is the opposite of what I thought was going to happen. So
Yeah.
that's a really good feeling.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
To quote Steve Whalen, I love this crowd.
Boom.
The
100%.
Yes.
love it.
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you for sticking with us, sickos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, next week is the end of our Mumblecore series. We're going full circle, and we're talking about Andrew Brzezowski's 2018 film "Support the Girls," which I have not seen, but am excited to watch. And
Awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, I guess probably do a little reflecting on this on all the Mumblecores we've watched, and it'll be like I said. After that, we're gonna be jumping into Mumble Gore, so we'll get some bloody fun out there for the Halloween season coming up.
After
So
that, are you guys going to do mumble porn? Which is
I would
basically
like
just like
to.
that. Mumble porn is just, I think, like what is that? Low budget.
Yeah.
we'll just watch 9 songs every
Yeah.
week
Yeah.
for 10 weeks.
That's fun.
That's what we'll
A
do.
song a
But
week.
a song a week for 9
Yeah.
songs. Yeah, it should be. I'm interested because I guess this is like 16 years after Funny Haha. So I think similarly with like being able to kind of see Swanberg and Duplass's evolution as filmmakers, I'm excited to see Andrew Brzezowski's evolution as a filmmaker because I
Yeah.
think he showed a lot of promise in Funny Haha. And I haven't seen any of his other stuff. I haven't seen Computer Chess or whatnot, but so excited to check this out. And there you go. So look forward to that. Take care of yourselves, sickos.